Right, this time let's see if I can actually do the chat with the voice working. Hello and welcome all to Sprawlrunners. Hopefully this time we'll have a few less technical hitches than we did last time. The players are joining in the background. So character-wise, if you didn't see episode 1, and why didn't you? We're hopefully switching things up a bit, and hopefully they'll be a bit more organised and they know what they're doing now, and we'll have a bit less dead air on the planning stage. We'll see. If that doesn't work, I'll just use the heist motif where we'll just go straight into the heist, and then they can use bennies and stuff to set up backstories. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, so we've got Aki, the dwarf. He hasn't shown up yet, so we'll see what happens with him. We've got Beulah, the orc rigger. Merlin, the human, who looks like an elf. Mogwai, who is the operator or decker. He's replaced Twixty, who seemed to be phased out already, and Mogwai's a little more disturbing. We'll see what happens there. We have Pow Pow, the cat shaman. We have Quig, also known as Broom. He literally carries a big broom around that he uses to beat people up. And Waif, the Chi agent, who seems to like solving problems violently. In addition, we have a new character, Babby Man, who is I believe he's going to be another shaman, a bear shaman it would appear. We don't know much about him. We'll probably give him a chance to introduce himself when the characters meet him. He's very, very invisible at the moment. He hasn't picked a portrait yet. But anyway, we'll join the party and we'll see what's happening as we play Sprawlrunners. And also, I've still got to set up one of the encounters later, so I'll probably do that on the fly. Hello. So everyone's here apart from Jimmy, I believe. So we might as well get going. So previously on Sprawlrunners, you were breaking into the research facility. Hopefully, it won't take too long. So
we were already in. Merlin's working on switching out the blood while we hold off the guys trying to get through the airlocks.
Indeed. I see how I seem to record it. And did you actually get as far as throwing the grenade? I can't remember.
No, we were in clip racing the door.
Indeed. Okay, so.
But I was just going to. What I was going to do was I was going to suggest like go on the hold, and if the door opens, I was going to chuck a grenade through.
Well, I'll deal the cards because we're at the end of the round. So what I need to do, thinking about it before I do that, is go into the party sheet, reset the bennies, reset the adventure cards. So you should all have a nice new set of probably useless adventure cards. Hopefully, in my case, that you don't find any use for them because they always cause me no end of grief and pain and muck up all my plans. And we started with Mogwai getting everyone an extra benny.
Yippee!
So, Mogwai to go first.
Oh no. Yeah, I will do all the things simultaneously. I have no idea. I go on hold.
You go on hold. Okie dokie. Aki isn't here yet, so we'll just put him on hold. Waif.
Merlin? Sorry if I interrupt, but one of our magic users, does anyone have a card they want to trade?
Silence was
because definitely. I have one.
Well, there you go. There's
Merlin, just go. There you go.
One is quite handy for you.
Okay, so
wait, not all at once.
Okay, so the doors they're trying to crank the door open as you guys are on the other side trying to keep it shut. And Waif, over to you.
Okay, well then I'm going to play my card early. They're not going to get that door open, at least not for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. I do believe they got it slightly open, didn't they? Because they needed 2 successes and they got it half open. So basically, you're going to play your mechanical malfunction, and that's going to jam the door. Okay, fine, no problem at all. The door suddenly jams.
Knowing that they can't get through, I'm gonna head back out. How far is that? I can get one more. I'm going to head back out to the entry to watch for interruptions from this side.
Okie dokie. Security guard number 6. Right, well, let's see what he can get up to. to there. Probably, were you not? Oh, because you left, probably.
Fair enough.
Interesting. It's not letting. Oh, why can't I? Do I? Why can't? Oh, maybe if I drag you from here, that works. No. Well, it does, but if I do that, you don't get your portrait. That's strange. But that worked. Do you? Yes, I think you'd left by the time they decided to raid the facility. So what I think I shall do...
They were talking. Like I said, I'm really sorry on that. I was running that.
That's okay. So what I shall do is, you were actually standing where Aki actually was, and Aki's obviously just somewhere else. Okay, which now means it's you next. So basically, yes, they were breaking into the facility. They were dropping off some Terra First eco-literature and daubing the place to make it look like that. And it's all just to swap out some blood. And at the moment, there's about a 2-foot gap at the bottom of the airlock, but it seems to have jammed and not going any further.
Okay, and I'm right here, so there's a wall in between. I can't get into that airlock. Is that right?
Well, as I say, there's a 2-foot gap at the bottom of it. It started opening when it got sabotaged.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just played a card, and now they can't get it open more than it is for 10 minutes. So I've moved out to go keep watch for our rear.
I have an idea what I would like to do. I want to hack into the system to see if I can find something that I can overload to cause a fire. Somewhere on the other side, of course, somewhere like in the offices, meeting rooms, or somewhere there.
If you remember, you took out the entire power to the building. There are no networks up.
Right. Then I stay on hold. For now.
Yes. Basically, when you shut it down, you shut down the main reactor and the backup, so there is no power to the systems at all. Which is why it's taking them so long to get anywhere, because they're having to open all the doors using manual overrides.
God damn it.
So
whose brilliant idea was it again?
Beulah. Sorry.
Okay, so
yes.
Beulah,
Yeah, after you.
yeah, Beulah will just sort of take a knee and whack at this guy with a shock club to stun him.
Okay, go for it. There's 3 orc security guards there, so just pick
Yeah.
just pick one of them. All 3 of them are there they're all trying to pull the door up at the moment.
Their legs are exposed, and they don't know it.
Exactly.
Their legs that's what I'm saying. Their legs are exposed and they don't know it. So that would be a battle roll or a fighting roll. Is that what it is?
You're on your combat tab. On your combat tab, you will just you double click the left hand D8 for the shot club, and that will automatically do.
You're right. I'm looking at the wrong thing. You got it. And okay.
That basically does all the sums for you. Okay, you missed.
I'm gonna spend a Benny on that.
Okay. I think they're not staying stationary, they're moving around as you're doing that. So, basically what's happening is you do hit them, but unfortunately the insulation of their boots is obviously enough to those nice impressive rubber boots those orc security guards are wearing are just enough to earth them. He's blowing everything. Oh, you can't spend another Benny, you just critically failed.
Hey, I gave it the try. Sorry.
You did. I'm going to have to say at this point, unfortunately, what actually happens there is as you swing wildly at one of the orcs, he kicks it, and basically, without warning, you manage to shock yourself. Make a vigor check, please.
I see. So I got a fumble roll here. Is that what it is?
Yes, you fumble. Yes, a critical failure is basically you screwed up so badly something went wrong, but you're okay.
Very bad juju.
Very bad juju. Yeah, that is the. So spending as a wild card, you have the luxury of getting bennies to re-roll. But if you roll a critical failure, that's it, and you're stuck with that roll.
It's over.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, has he still got movement left?
What? Beulah? Yes, he does.
Beulah.
Yeah.
Move off the door.
He
You
hasn't
want to
moved
move
yet.
off the door. I move off the door.
Oh yes, you can still move up to 6 inches, seeing as you weren't. Because if he was stunned, he'd be lying prone by the door, which could have been bad. Okay,
Now I know what I want to do.
what's that?
I want to use hacking to mess with the guards. Wait, can it come out here?
It crawls under the door.
Oh.
Its legs are on wheels. It goes really flat and just slides under the open door.
Aye, but isn't it my
Okay,
turn?
forget the security guards. I want to mess with a drone. And see how badly I can hack it. Just
Okey-dokey.
making it disabled and anything.
How was that able to move if it's not its turn?
It is its turn. You couldn't see it. I don't know. I don't know why, but it was hidden on the combat tracker.
Aye, but I'm in front of it.
Hang on. Sorry. Tell a lie. Wrong security drone. I'm cheating.
Yeah.
Wrong security drone. Sorry.
Wait, wrong security drone? Meaning there are others?
Yeah, you're not supposed to hear that, and that's why I moved out to watch the rear.
No, but I could just be messing with you, of course.
One more.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Depends on how fast Merlin gets that blood switched out when we get the hell out of here.
So that's security
Move
drone.
it, Merlin.
That's security drone 15 moved. Now I've got to move security drone 16. Okay, that's security drone 16 moved. Over to you, Queeg.
Hey, pow pow.
So, anyways, I want to interrupt.
Did I miss you?
know.
Sorry, Pow Pow.
Right, yeah. Fire in the hole.
Welcome to How Not to Run a Savage Worlds game by completely skipping your players' moves and moving the wrong miniatures and then telling the players about the hidden miniatures.
Whoops.
Whoops, I'm going to spend a penny in punishment. Why are you shooting a fragmentation grenade?
I don't know because I roll. It's on the combat and I've rolled. I don't know why it's getting. Obviously, there's a bug. It's
Because you've set a fragmentation grenade to thrown ranged.
No,
not thrown.
I just dragged it to this character sheet.
It actually doesn't matter because it's still D6, so that's okay.
Yes, it doesn't matter. But anyway, the grenade bounces into the airlock, and the drone that you're about to move takes damage.
Indeed. So hang on a second. That is a fragmentation grenade from Sprawlrunners. And okay, yep, that's my mistake. I take it back. God, I'm going to get through so many pennies today. Where's my notes?
We're gonna ruin another day for you, Kevin. We planned it before you got here.
Oh joy, oh joy, oh joy. No. I just need to make a note because obviously Sprawlrunners is up in QA at the moment for Unity. It's been released on Foundry, but I shouldn't say that on here because I don't like Foundry. But that's not fair. It's not that I don't like Foundry. I've never used it in my life and don't intend to.
I wasn't going to mention that on the stream. That's why.
But okay, so fragmentation grenade. So actually, I'll be brutally honest. You guys are all my playtesters unofficially. Because if anyone's gonna find out the facts, like I've set fragmentation grades to be ranged, not thrown, it's you guys. So I need to fix that one. That's on the patch list. Okay, so.
Oh no, I feel so used.
And there's a difference between thrown and ranged.
It's a different skill. Ranged means you're using shooting. Thrown means you're using athletics.
Didn't know that. Thanks for the clarification.
Why do you keep re-rolling your fragmentation grenade damage with? Because you're not. You're having to roll individual targets. I apologise.
Yeah, so basically, all three guards take a wound and roll on the gritty damage table because it's a heavy weapon and the drone is shaking. Unless I probably Benny it. Might be a good idea.
Well,
shaking incoming, no? Incoming droid.
I did spoil the surprise, though, didn't I? Okay, now can't be very confused. I know I turned off the auto move the map to help me here, but one there. There was one there. Oh, you've destroyed one of the droids, haven't you? There was one at the secure back door. Yeah.
Yeah, shotgunned it to death.
I don't know why it's still on the combat tracker. Security guards. Okay. 10. Well, he will become visible as he runs around the corner.
Still trying to interrupt?
Go for it.
Joker bonus and all?
Oh, yeah, it's okay. Who you tried to interrupt?
I would like to, so security guard 4 is dead or alive after the grenade?
That's a very good question. He is bleeding out.
Okay. But the security drone is still
Shaken.
shaken. Okay, then can I make a hacking roll in order to find out what else is online around here, like finding other security guards and drones?
Hello.
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 You're on
Yep.
hold.
Changes confuse me.
Did we not call that one?
Well, but you know. Yeah.
Okay, color me very confused. I do not know what I'm doing today. Okay, cold blood. I've just realised what it was. I think we'll treat it as research because it's trying to find. It's for all intents and purposes, you're trying to find nodes, aren't you?
Fair enough. Then I want to do that.
Go for it. Interesting. Oh, because you targeted the.
Oh,
Yeah, the
didn't mean
node.
to. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. You targeted it. So, you can pick up.
Do you want a screenshot of that error?
I think Aki's reported it because he has fixed a lot of it because he patched it, and I am using the updated patch. So you guys obviously, by all means, pop it in the chat.
Yeah, no, I just
Yeah.
happy to do it if you need it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I don't care because I don't see the error. So, but that's the problem with using third-party extensions. Although he did fix it so it actually does work again properly now with Creative Combat. Okay, so you are picking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signals.
Great. Can I pinpoint them? Do I know where they are?
No.
But I know that there are 5 signals.
Yes.
Then I relay the message to the team. 5 tangos active.
Okay. So, Aki, as you're standing guard out by the security ramp, you see an orc security guard come running round the corner, running up through the bushes area towards you. He spots you and brings up his HK-227X assault rifle and takes a shot at you while still running flat out. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to wound you, so I better see if I hit you now. Because I did it the wrong way round. Okay, yeah. So basically, this orc's obviously it must be a crack marksman orc because he basically while doing a full blown sprint, just basically hip fuzz the assault rifle, single shot at you. and unfortunately, it catches you.
And he first hurts you and then fires a bullet.
Well, I would, yeah, exactly. I did it the wrong way around.
Magic.
If I'd got the raise, it would the damage would have stuck.
Good shot. Yeah.
Giving it to me. I'm
Yes.
here now.
Yes, you are, because I've
I'd have
just
got the
shot you.
raise.
I've shot you.
I can't see myself on the map though.
Ow! Stupid
Well, that's
desk.
pretty harsh. That's pretty harsh. Coming into a game a bit late and you get shot. What?
You put your character up yet? Oh yeah, there. Okay, never mind.
Outside, okay.
Yeah.
We shifted you around in the game because we needed somebody at that door after I jammed it.
Okay.
Yeah. You know how yesterday that desk viciously attacked my right kneecap?
I can soak a thingy to get rid of that, can't I?
Yes! It's now gone for my left
Okay.
kneecap today.
You're not sharing the combat tracker. You're not sharing it with me.
Well, have you told me you turned up late and you can't see the combat tracker yet?
Yes, that's exactly it. Thanks very much. Right. Time to spend a penny.
Okay. I'm trying to think how we get Babin Bandit. Hurry up and finish this. We've got a new character sitting there just watching you guys being a bunch of buffoons.
I thought we were doing well. We jammed the damn door.
That's okay. Right.
I soaked it.
You soaked it. So basically, you are on hold. So if you want to, you are, just to let you know, you are currently on hold. So you can interrupt it. Well, you let me know at any time if you want to do anything.
Can I shoot him?
You certainly can. If you want to come off hold, you can shoot him.
He shot me. I've got to shoot him. I was just standing there minding my own business, picking my nose, and he shot me. So mean.
Okay, take a pot shot at security guard 2. Return the favour.
You got to fill in ammunition on your attack page. You got to make sure there's numbers.
Someone
in the
didn't
ammunition.
reload their pistol. Yeah, don't forget. Anytime you spend a penny to, take another shot, you have to manually go back in and put the bullet back. If that makes sense.
Ah.
Because it's one of those quirks of spending bennies. It still takes an extra bullet out. Okay, so you shoot him with your flechette pistol. So a shotgun spray of flechettes fly out towards the orc, and they are.
Bugger.
His Kevlar vest is enough to mean he's not affected by that. So the Kevlar vest takes the brunt of the blow. That brings us to Queeg, who was trying to tell us what he was trying to do earlier. Queeg, as you're standing there, bullets seem to be flying around and nearly hitting the dwarf just outside the door you're standing at.
I think we have company, and I am going to run in that direction, hopefully.
Have you done the blood bit yet?
The which one?
Swapping the blood bit.
No, not yet. Merlin was doing that. I'm not seeing any movement on you, Queeg, I'm afraid. Oh, you're right. You haven't run yet. Sorry.
I'll sweep that guy out of our way.
I will move there, and actually, I think I'm going to end my turn there. Anything I
Don't
can
you want to attack?
defensively?
Queeg's a melee.
Wait a minute. Well, hold on.
Oh.
That's right. I did run.
With
Yeah,
a
I
club.
get it.
Yeah, you could have got to him, and with the way you use that broom, probably
Yeah.
the dual action penalty won't hurt you.
Well, no, but we have reasons that won't, because there's always wild attack.
There's always wild attack. Never forget the wonders of wild attack. And then regret it when they get to attack you back later.
So I'm not sure if I should be vulnerable. 'Cause that was.
I don't know. Lucas in the act doesn't seem to know much about wild attacks.
Cliff always pays the price for wild attacks, I notice. The simple answer is, as per the rules, no. because the amount of the whole idea of sort of hacking each other's drones starts basically becoming a whole separate ball ache, as it were. Likewise, no one can easily hack your drones.
The rigger, right? You know, I mean, that's what he does. But
oh yeah, exactly. But no, the idea is drones and everything. Depending on your genre, I mean, Sprawlrunners is very much based on the earlier editions of Cyberpunk. You know, before wireless networks even existed in the real world. So the idea of basic, you know, if you run it by the rules, which we're not, we're taking it into a slightly more modern tweak, as it were. But if you run it as per the rules, you need to physically jack in to hack and stuff like that. There's no wireless access or anything like that. But
gotcha. No, that's cool. It was a question. I saw it was a drone. I saw he's alive.
Yeah, and, exactly.
I figured I'd ask.
But at the same time, we're not going. I'm not limiting to that. Obviously, we have, you know, we now know wireless networks are there and the Internet of Things and real life hacking of objects and stuff is a real life thing that does happen. So you have wireless networks. You can wirelessly. You are wirelessly controlling the drones, and obviously you can. The operators can wirelessly hack networks if they can get it. You know, they've got to be able to get onto the network, and then they can hack it.
I have that control module too.
Yes,
right?
exactly. So I'm not going as far as letting you hack their drones and they hack your drones, just because it was sort of. I think that's going one stage too far. What Mogwai can do is he can interfere with the signals to the drones, and likewise the enemy can do that to yours, if that makes sense. Which is, in other words, they can test the drones. That's so you can sort of fiddle with them.
So the shaman can fiddle with it, but the rigger cannot.
Well, I mean, that's a very good question.
It's fine, and I don't want to take up time.
No. It's absolutely fine. I'm just thinking about it as it stands. Technically, I think that's the way to go. Someone with a hacking skill can interfere, but all they can do is basically distract it or make it vulnerable at most. If that makes sense, they can't do much else than that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. So if you start hacking them and controlling them, they could control all our bots, and then it turns into we've swapped sides on the chessboard.
Yeah.
So the trapping of ECM and ECCM, basically, we can bring in some noise so it gets people get unable to control their drones properly, but that's about it.
Pretty much.
Making them distracted and vulnerable.
Yeah. I think that's the reasonable compromise between the two.
That's what you say, sir. I respect your decision as a GM, though I must say I do not like it.
Oh, but also it is an actual sidebar in the rules, so. Okay, the drone comes in. Exactly. The drone does basically crawl under the door, come up, and it basically identifies 3 targets and literally just rapid fires the assault rifle at all 3 of you, hitting Beulah, missing Merlin, and hitting Pow Pow. So that's hitting Beulah and hitting Pow Pow. So both of you will take a wound, unless, of course, you wish to spend a penny to soak the damage. And then
Don't we get an automatic soak roll at the start of our next turn?
No. You do not get an automatic soak roll. You get an automatic spirit check to become unshaken. If you don't soak the damage, you will both take a wound, which, of course, will apply penalties to your trait rolls. You don't have to soak the damage. It's up to you.
So soaking it is a vigor roll, right?
Yeah, the easiest way to do it is if you hold down control, you should see a soak button appear on the combat tracker, and you just click on that. conversely, there are other ways, but that's the
Or you
easiest
can
one.
drag it onto the where it says toughness on the actual wound bit on the combat tracker as well. Drag a
You
Benny
can
onto
indeed.
the-
Or you can do exactly what you did, which is just put a Benny in and make a vigor check, and I will manually apply the entry. All three are valid. Okay, so Beulah, basically, you literally see the drone coming in and targeting you, and you basically dive into cover just in time that you feel those bullets whistle past you. Pow pow. What about yourself?
Pow pow. Ouch. It's going to Benny.
We could get Babby
Successfully.
Okay. You do the same thing. You literally dive out the way at the last second. Okay. Merlin.
Okay, Merlin is going to dart around here behind Beulah and see if he can figure out where he's supposed to be making this trade out.
Okay, that'd be another notice check, please. And yet again, you get the raise, which you're very good at scanning stuff. This time you do discover, because it was a percentile decided last time, wasn't it? So this time it has to be the case. You do find the blood vial you are looking for.
Okay. I am going to sweep my hand across the counter, grabbing that vial, but knocking a bunch of the rest of them off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to slip, quote unquote, in the blood and fall to the ground so that I'm out of line of sight of the drone.
Okay.
And switch out the one in my pocket for the one that's in my hand.
Okie doke.
So basically, I will end up prone right where I am after having successfully switched the vials.
You have successfully switched the vials, and obviously you do have means to. I think you all have. I assume you all have comm links to communicate with each other.
Yeah, earphones or whatever. So
Yeah.
we've been communicating.
So he will communicate the fact that he has switched the vials, which means you can bug out. Mission complete is basically the situation, and for the second round in a row, everybody gets a Benny, and Aki gets to go first.
Quig's gonna spend a Benny on guard there because he wants to be ahead of security guard.
Be my guest.
I'm gonna just I don't know. Maybe I should run up.
Oh, for crying out loud! Sorry, that's just.
Oh, the bug!
Awesome.
The bug get you.
No, it's not that. It's just that there's nothing more annoying, in my opinion, as a player spending a Benny to get another card and getting dealt a Joker, because I then have to manually sit there and give everyone a Benny, because it's not automatic.
I'll take the.
No ways.
It's a double
It's not a-
joker there.
Yes. Aki got one, and I changed my card, and on the second card I drew, I got a Joker as well.
Mm-hmm. Where's Muhaha?
We'll run up to him and then club him with my club. See if
Okay.
that works.
Actually,
Kevlar is not club proof.
I want
Do the
Sprawlrunners to be a bit
multi-action.
more gritty. But go for it. I want Sprawlrunners to be a bit more gritty. I still love that. I still love the God
Oh, you-
Muhaha.
I'm going to spend a.
Yeah, miss.
Your best, yes. I missed.
He's very efficient, is the security guard. Okay, Mogwai.
I want to multi-action as... Or do I? No, I don't. I just want to single action, and I want to mess around with the drone.
Okie doke.
I will try that again.
There you go.
Nice.
It's distracted and vulnerable. Nice. Double whammy.
Beautiful.
So yeah, basically, yeah, you
And shaken. Because I got the raise.
No, because of creative combat. You instead of getting the shaken, you got distracted and vulnerable.
Oh, okay.
You got the double whammy, basically. Makes things more
Okay.
interesting and less
All right.
precise. Do you wish to move, seeing as the mission is complete?
I do, actually. Somewhere here-ish for now.
Okie dokie. That brings us to Queeg, who spent 2 bennies to get the ace of spades. The ace of spades.
Lol.
Oh crap, there's the second drone. I completely overlooked it. Shit. Sorry, guys.
Shouldn't have been able to see it because you were inside.
Okay, well, basically, Queeg swings his broom, in inverted commas, and down goes the security guard. He will recover later on. He's knocked out. Pow pow. Do you wish to run away? Oh, you wish to walk away firmly but confidently.
Yes, I wish to walk away. I'll risk it, and then what I'll do is I'll cast protection on myself, with Ulla, Merlin. Characters, 4 power points. Everybody I can physically see.
Okay. Nice.
+2 armor. +2.
Yep. +2 armor. I shall give them all +2 armor as we speak. Once it lets me open.
I'll risk getting shot for it.
So that was 1 power point per person. So Merlin, Beulah. What is there a visual effect when you cast protection on people out of interest?
They
As
get
Pat Shannon?
no, they get a multiple shadows. So they cast 3 or 4 different shadows, and sometimes when people hit, the below goes the wrong way.
Okay, nice. Okay, security drone number 2. Security drone number 2 sees 2 viable targets and opens fire on
Where?
I thought it was distracted and stuff.
It is, but distracted just means that it gets
No.
-2 on all
Security
its
guard.
fails.
Your drone. It's
Not
another
your drone. A different drone.
Yeah,
The other
Not the
drone.
drone you're looking for.
Oh, number 2, down there. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Ooh, well, I'm not going to argue with Fancy Grads. It decided to shoot Quig once and Aki twice. So let's roll the damages. Ooh dear. These drones are bad news. You really don't want to activate them, if you remember your order. Okay, so okay, so Aki gets shot twice, and they both wound, and Quig gets shot once, and he's unaffected. That doesn't seem fair to me. I think I've just killed Aki. Okay, for 5, you soak the first. You soak the first one. Now you've been hit for another 3 wounds, which you've soaked 1 of at the moment. Oh, that's better. That's better. Oh. That means net result of being hit, instead of taking 4 wounds, you take 1 wound. That's not bad. Except
I dodged and jumped and ducked and dived and dodged bullets. It was a hard move, but I managed to only get a slight nick on the leg. Part of my kneecap missing.
By chance, you were caught on camera, and tomorrow you will receive an invitation letter to the National Ballet Group.
Yeah, that could be it. See, there was an interview for X Factor. Yeah.
Okay, this security drone is literally marching down this way, and it can see 2 targets. So I'm afraid it's going to take the 2 of you on and open fire on full auto. Hitting once, however, Oh, if that first shot had been a critical foul, I would have negated the hit with a raise on Pow Pow, but it wasn't. As the gun would have jammed. So I'm afraid even distracted and vulnerable, it manages to shoot Pow Pow. And then you can start bugging out, hopefully. Actually, the power's off, don't forget, so the fence is no longer electrified.
Yeah, I mentioned that in chat.
Okay, Waif.
I hear that drone is still active, and it just took a shot at Pow Pow. I heard the bullet whistle pass, so I'm going to go all Zen, and I'm going to try to take it out.
Okie doke. Typical players. Running away is the sensible option, but never. Oh, I like
I'm
it.
I'm laying that fence up now.
Babby Bad
Problem
hits
is, if we just run now, the drones are probably gonna light up our asses.
It depends.
And he's shaking, and now I'm going to run outside because I hear firing coming from out there, too. Or step outside because I hear firing coming from out there, too.
To be honest, literally your quickest way out through the fence there. You don't have to run that far.
Yeah,
I got to get back to my scooter.
The drones might not be programmed to leave the premises.
There is a chance of that.
Might be even shooting outside the perimeter.
Actually, I beg to
Bring
differ.
some
The fastest
bad
way is through the wall.
problems.
Never mind.
It's just you showing off, Mr. Wall Walker.
Okay,
Like a
Beulah.
The drone is shaking now. You can get past it without taking a hit.
Or take it out. Yeah,
It's Beulah. Beulah can take it out.
It likes candlelight dinners and walks in the park. Beulah. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it.
While it's shaken, vulnerable, and distracted, that's
Exactly.
Ideal date.
It won't be. It won't be shaken or it's shaken, but it isn't vulnerable anymore. Well, that's a good hit with the shot club. Okay, it gets to make a vigor roll.
Shouldn't it, as an electronic device, be at a disadvantage?
I would think so too, but it says vigor -2, so
It's stunned. It literally shorts out, goes down, so it is now stunned, distracted, and prone, and shaken.
Get the hell out of there, guys!
I can't run now, can I, or can I?
Technically not. You would have to declare running before attacking.
Fair enough.
Only because it would have affected your fighting roll. That's the only reason. But Merlin.
You beat me to the end turn.
Sorry. Yes, I forgot. I'm not supposed to press the end turn.
Dude, it's your game.
Okay, Merlin, since the drone is all kinds of screwed up, Merlin is going to spend 2 of his inches to stand up.
Yep.
Then he is going to run right up to the drone. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Unless you want to spend a Benny.
And chop it with my sword. I'm going to chop it with my sword.
You're going to chop it with your sword. Fair enough. It is distracted, prone, and stunned. Well, that's 6 you'll hit.
Oops, I forgot to target him.
You forgot to target him. But you hit with a raise.
And yeah, there we go.
Yeah. You basically, you literally kill it.
Ha 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 ha.
Obviously, kill in inverted commas being. Yeah.
I destroyed the metal golem that was here defending this site. So
indeed, yes.
And that's exactly what I said over the radios. The metal golem's down, guys. Let's go. Let's go.
It would appear that these other security guards that have spent 5 combat rounds running to get around the corner have finally, because you locked them in the security office, they finally got round the corner. So you can see. So from perspective,
They should have stayed locked in the security office. Say to them.
from the perspectives of Aki and Queeg, you can see what you see is 2 orcs and a security drone have come round the corner. And we're on to the next round, and hopefully you guys will bug out sooner rather than later, because there's a poor guy waiting for you back at the ramen bar.
Okay, so where Wave is, she's going to move to here, but she can see the guards and the drone coming. Again, all Zen, she's going to go for the drone.
Okay. That's a miss.
Oh, no, I've got a ton of bennies.
Go for it. Go for it.
Sorry, my table twitched there.
That's okay. That's a hit. I like that. It wouldn't have occurred to me that, but yeah, I would have had to break the rules that the drone could talk if you'd done that.
Yeah, but it's just so.
So I shoot the drone, and I've got partial cover now because I'm actually at the corner of the building.
You are indeed.
I'm going to run as well. Sorry, I've moved thing, but I'm going to
Yeah, the
run as well.
Daleks, that's the only other thing they can shout.
You still got 1 more inch of movement because you're wounded, so your pace is now 5. If you want to keep moving,
It's 4. It's 5 anyway. So now my pace is 4.
4. Oh, good point.
I'm going to run
For another
so
5 inches. Yep. That'll probably get you to the fence. Possibly. Yeah, that gets you up to the fence.
If I can either go under it or above it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This
I'll let you.
Where again did we park our car?
We're out front.
Somewhere outside the perimeter. You didn't. It's not actually specified exactly where.
Oh.
This orc here. This. I'm assuming you didn't park it too close to the vicinities in case security picks you up, as it were. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that it is somewhere outside. It's outside the compound, so all you got to do is get outside the compound and double back to your vehicle. Merlin, you have destroyed the golem. And if you're talking, we can't hear you. And I might put you on hold in case you're AFK. Okay, Merlin's on hold. The security drone unshakes and opens fire on Queeg, I'm afraid, because he's the only target viable right now. One of them is a very good hit on Queeg. Have I muted? No, I haven't. I was getting paranoid that no one could hear me again.
No, we can hear you fine.
Oh, it's just
Well, I can.
Discord goes, oh my god.
You really want to get rid of this character, don't you?
Yuck. Basically, yeah, that is quite, yeah. Basically, Queeg's in a bit of a mess at the moment. I assume you're going to soak that.
No!
No!
Fuck.
Oh no!
Flip, that's
nice knowing you, Queeg.
Queeg is down. Repeat, Queeg is down. He's bleeding out as well. Oh, crap.
Wave can see it.
Okay, so Mogwai. No, I liked Queeg.
I mean, he's dead. We can go and get him.
Yeah, I do not want to have the same happen to me. I'm very sorry. So long and thanks for all the fish. I actually...
Do understand when I made Quig, I did understand that he was, one-trick pony, and this is not his trick.
Maybe there is something I can do. I mean, I already took the penalty for running. I declared it first, so I would like to try the hacking trick on the drone.
Okay, I've targeted it for you. Okay, do you wish to distract it or make it vulnerable?
Think about that. No, wait a minute. Before you answer that question.
Well, he chooses because he can apply it himself.
Maybe.
Okay, no, fine, absolutely fine. No, actually, I will allow that. That's the only. Okay, slightly changing the earlier statement. That is the only way to hack a drone.
Sweet.
Yeah, I play an adventure.
Yeah.
I play an adventure card and he gets root access.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. Mogwai, it's already acted this turn, but there is a drone.
Yee! Thank you.
You might want to hand over control to Beulah because he might be better at it. But anyway, obviously it's autonomous at the same time. You know what I mean. It's on your side for now anyway. Pow pow!
You've heard Wave yell through the phones that we got a man down out here.
Yes, Mister, I've got the healing power.
Healing? We don't need no stinking healing.
We need a necromancer! Quick!
Oh, now he shuts up, I notice. Oh, it's ranged touch. This could be interesting. Quee's got to live long enough to stay alive for someone to heal him. Are you actually going to do anything, Pow Pow, or are you just forgetting to talk?
I've run into.
Have we got Merlin back yet? No, doesn't appear not.
Pretty sure he'd be following the rest.
So
of
what's
us.
the range of healing?
Touch, I just checked.
Shite.
Unless, of course...
Can we give our action cards to someone else?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
You can just pull the action card on someone's portrait on the top left.
But not me, because I can't play one.
At any point during the game or just during my turn?
Any time.
Any point.
Bennies and adventure cards are played by players, not characters. 149. Let's have a look at 149. I suspect it doesn't apply.
Fast test got updated, you know. It did get updated. I might have put a bug report in and he updated it.
Yes, I know. I've got the updated version, but it's still causing console errors.
Again, okay.
Unless, of
Can
course.
be played any time, right?
Yes.
So I'd like to play my new adventure card.
Be my guest. Yeah, you can't. Range doesn't work on a touch. Second wind. You instantly recover up to 2 moons and all fatigue. If shaken, you're unshaken as well. Wonderful. So, Queeg, you are no longer incapacitated.
Save another day. Excellent.
You are no longer incapacitated. You are no longer. You are no longer. You are no longer shaken. You're no longer incapacitated. Logically speaking, however, you are prone. Because what obviously happened was everyone fought because basically you got hit full in the chest for the full burst of that machine gun and you went down hard. Everyone assumed you were down. What actually happened was
assumed I was down, but then it's like, wait a minute, no, that doesn't hurt.
Queen suddenly realizes actually I'm not dead.
Over his broomstick and realised, what? Oh yeah.
Congratulations on having the right card to save the day there. Okay, Queeg. You just realised you're not actually dying.
Yet.
So it's your go. Have we lost Merlin in the chat?
That means stand up is like, what, 2 movement points technically?
Technically 2 inches to stand up, yeah.
I am going to get out of the little fire trap here.
Yeah. So you can run if you want to.
No, I think not when I'm standing up and trying to ascertain where I'm going type thing.
No problem. Beulah.
Do we have control of this drone now, or
Yes, I
yes.
do.
Mogwai does. Oh wait, it's Mogwai. Remember that next time you call me waifu. Mogwai is the jungle boy.
Yes.
I know.
I always think of him as Mogwai, actually. Mogwai.
okay?
wasn't
So
calling him Mogwai, I was
we
calling
do
him
or we
Mogwai.
do not have control of the
Well, let's put it like this: Mogwai has managed to hack into the drone and appears to be currently overriding the security systems to gain control of it. Whether he wants to hand it over to you or keep it for himself is entirely up to him.
Well, I got shooting on a D8 here. Don't know what your shooting die is, but I think would probably not be over it. Would it?
Not on the shooting, but I can control the thing. But okay, you got it.
Well, no, you can basically with a drone you've got two choices. You can either directly control it and therefore you use your skills instead of the drones for certain skills, or the drone can run autonomously, which is what he's currently basically hacking it up to be. So it'll carry on running its own program, but all he's really done is reset the friend-foe identifier. He's reversed it, technically speaking.
No problem. Then he's done that.
No problem. So do you want to bug out? Yes, you do. Oh, look at that full-speed run. I think I've worked out how I'm going to describe the ramen bar when you get back to it, based on Babby Man's new image. You've got 1 more inch of movement if you want to take that extra inch, or you just stop in the cover.
I'm going to stop under the cover here.
No problem at all. And security guard number 6 is going to walk around the corner, completely blissfully unaware that the drone is no longer.
Can't move. Well, no, he can move, but he's distracted and vulnerable.
Yeah, well, he isn't now because I know he's acting, but yes, Merlin. My God, 2 more bennies. Merlin, are you with us yet?
Not really. Merlin runs. Merlin runs lots.
That's okay. I was going to make him run if you weren't here anyway, so there we go. You happy with that? There we go.
We're helping each other.
Now I can deal you in for this round. There we go. Okay, well, looks like it's Benny's all round again, which is good because some of you've been spending them quite profusely. Okay, Mogwai.
Yeah, Quake's going to spend another one.
Go for it.
Get above them guards, hopefully.
I want to multi-action
Mm-hmm.
with a drone, of course,
Okay.
and start by shooting.
Bearing in mind the drone has a fully automatic weapon and can just get fire full auto to hit both targets. You don't have to multi-action if you see what I mean.
In that
No
case,
recall.
I don't multi-action. I just fire on both of them.
You just use the sub attack of full auto, which is on the combat tab.
Wouldn't it technically have the drop on them too?
They don't expect the attack, right?
Drop a Benny on. Oh, well, you don't need to ask me. All you do, I'll give it back. All you do is, because you don't need to ask me, literally drop the Benny on your card on the combat tracker. Don't you feel that was a Benny well spent? I'll be nice. Have 1 more. Okay.
The only same card.
Yeah. The only time. Yeah. So you don't need to tell me you're doing it. Just do it because Fancy Grounds lets me do it, so I don't have to worry about dealing out your cards. The only time you need to tell me you've done it is if you suddenly jumps you higher up the combat tracker, and otherwise you'll miss your turn after spending a Benny for it. Okay. So make that an attack roll for the drone. I do believe. I will rule they don't expect the drop, so let's put the drop on both of them. Off you go.
Nice.
So you basically hit all three. Just roll the damage, and we'll see what happens after that. Well, I think what happens after that is we have 2 incapacitated orc security guards. But anyway, okay, that orc is down, but will survive the day. And the other one, yes, Mogwai. Down he goes as well. Let's see what happens to him. He's he goes down, but he will survive the encounter. That's quite important because I'm tracking how many people you may or may not kill. For my own personal reasons, there's no other reason to worry about it.
5-0 is going to be at the ramen bar.
I'll move the drone here.
Yep.
Drone jockey.
And move myself beyond the...
Whereas athletics roll to clamber over the fence.
Yeah, sure.
You've got that drone to shoot up the power.
Yep.
Sweet.
Terrorist drone.
So 1 inch
was
up the fence,
thinking
1 inch up
about-
the fence, 1 inch down the fence. That's what we'll say.
I was
So
thinking about covering our retreat, and as soon as everyone is over the fence, I want the drone to move in there and overload,
Okay.
causing it to explode and take out the generator.
You've got
Good
1
idea.
inch. You've got 1 inch more movement if you want.
Oh, sure, why not?
Okay, that brings us to Aki. So same with you. Athletics check to clamber over the fence. 1 inch up, 1 inch down, and off you go.
I've got a question about an action card. I've got these cards called Let's Settle This, and it says play at the beginning of a combat round with no jokers. No character can soak wounds until the joker is drawn. Who does that help?
It wouldn't help anybody this round because we.
But who does it help in any attack? Does it mean everyone in the combat tracker or only enemies?
Everyone.
Yes, I'm just wondering what the point is. What's the point of that card? No one can soak wounds. Okay, right.
Well, when you're confident that it's literally that. It's a case of you feel strongly enough you want to put the bad guy down, and you're prepared to take the risk that anyone who takes damage this round takes damage this round. If you're fairly confident you guys won't get hit, it means the bad guys go down faster, doesn't it?
They can't. The bad guys can't soak. Yes, I suppose.
No
yeah,
one can soak wounds.
But if we've got if we're at the top of the combat tracker, we could blow him up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I suppose you use it when you got a good initiative order as well, wouldn't you? So I've got to do an athletics check to climb over to the wall, have I?
Yeah. Or you can spend some time cutting a hole in it. It's up to you.
No, I'll use my dwarf climbing skills.
Oh, you get over that. Okay, yep. 1 inch up, 1 inch down, so you've got 4 inches of movement. 2 inches of movement left, Mr. Dwarf. No problem at all. You're outside the compound, that's the main thing. Beulah!
I won't pass my turn.
Sorry, I will stop. I'm not pressing end turn anymore. I'm staying well away.
Just keep teasing you about it.
Well, it's a bad habit I've got into because of too many playing games with people that do no fancy ground, so it's become automatic. Beulah.
Yep, fair enough. I was just waiting for you to finish. If I run to the gate, would I still be able to make my athletics check, or is that?
Oh yes, yeah. There will be a penalty, obviously, because you're running and trying to get over the gate. But it doesn't mean failure. Just means you don't get over the gate this round. That's all. So.
Unless the gate is at 6. Is the gate at 6?
The fence is right there, but then logically speaking, you're standing at the bottom, and the next round you can climb over the fence. So it's up to you.
Oh,
Just for
screw
the
it.
sake of
I'll
argument.
roll the roll and run the athletics too then.
Yeah, it's just for the sake of argument.
Because I'll just be there. If I fail, I'm in the same spot I'm in now.
Yeah.
He's just taken 6 inch of movement to wind up for a big jump. Shouldn't that give him an advantage rather than a negative?
No, because it's a 15-foot high fence. You can't jump it.
Does 4 get me over?
A 4 will get you over, yes. So you get up the fence, down the fence. So you basically you end up the other side of the fence. Yeah. Wave.
Wave reassured herself that Quig
I
is
was about to hit
she's
that
right.
end turn.
Did I hit it?
I didn't.
Oh, for crying out loud, Kevin! Stop it!
Oh. I DM a bunch too. I never do it because I feel like
Yes, exactly. I've got to get out of the habit. I just had
I
players that
never
used
do
to
it, but I find myself waiting quite a you done? Anything else?
Yeah, I do it sometimes when people seem to have forgotten to do it, and I remind them. But yeah, they remember now after years of training.
Every time I've hit it, it tends to be like I wasn't done yet. It's like, oh, sorry.
Merlin.
The thing for not doing it in Savage Worlds is sometimes you need to apply wounds and stuff, and if someone passes their turn, or let's say you've got someone who's shaken and you've not applied it, and then next on the combat tracker, it doesn't do their automatic shake roll, does it?
No.
So
Got it.
the player's got to wait for the GM to finish.
Merlin's running. I think he's having some fun and games, isn't he? So, he's done.
Yeah, because he must be having Discord issues because I see him rolling and doing his thing.
Yeah.
But
Elves don't climb fences, and he's gonna and try and cut a hole in the fence.
Okay. Actually, you're not still
cuts his
prone.
finger off with the bolt cutter.
Okay. I must admit, just text did not make things easier. I think, basically speaking, what we're going to say there is, basically you cut a hole in the fence, but you totally misjudge how big the hole is as you critically fail it, and at the end of it all, when you basically pull yourself through the fence to the other side with lots of minor cuts and bruises.
I've got the prone effects on him, by the way, Merlin has.
Yeah, level fatigue, that's fine. I can accept that.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a point of fatigue for for the critical fail. I think that's the way to go with that one. Yep. So, I'm just going to give you a chance to end your turn yourself, because I'm not going to do it myself. Queeg! Queeg,
And athletics check, right?
if you want to clamber over the fence, yeah, or you can cut your way through if you want as an action, but... Yep, you're over the fence, no problem at all. And last but no means least, that brings us to Pow Pow. There is a hole in the fence by Merlin, or you can clamber over the fence.
We just one. And we'll catch the cat. We'll catch the cat as well.
Okie dokie. Well, you'll get to the edge of the fence. You don't get over it. You've got to climb over the fence.
So we've got to make a climb roll to get over the fence.
An athletics roll to clamber over the fence, yes. Nice and straightforward. Not to worry.
We failed it.
Oh,
We failed it.
oh, you were going to walk through the fence, weren't you? Ah, that's okay. It only costs you a PowerPoint to fail. So next turn you'll get through it. But anyway, that is the final round, and you have put out all the bad guys, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Eventually, after waiting for a bit of time, your Pow will get over the fence, and basically you will get yourselves back. You see, now that is a reason what that's the downside for letting players end their turn, because you just all got a free Benny when the combat tracker was over. When the combat was over.
Nice.
I'm going to let it roll, but that is quite annoying. I might always have to have a bad guy on the combat tracker that doesn't do anything just to stop that.
Mogwai was going to blow up the generator droid when he overloaded it.
Oh yeah, no, he told me that. That's absolutely fine. So
That's the balance for last week when we were all on hold and you kept getting all the frickin' jokers.
Yeah.
indeed. Okay, so
Like I said, basically I want to just steer the drone into the generator room and then overload it to blow it up to hopefully cause a big, painful, and costly chain reaction to the whole facility.
okay, well the security drone seems to have come with you, so we'll get rid of the security drone. There we go. Marching order doesn't really matter, but anyway. So you find at the end of the mission, you find yourself heading back to the Raman on 64th Street, which is right there. There is basically your meeting level's sub-level, but that's where you get to. As you approach the Raman area, the whole place seems to be filled with smoke. You're not sure.
Smoke.
Well, I'm not sure. There seems to be someone sitting in there. Oh, interesting. Pow-pow's going off in interesting directions. There seems to be an individual sitting at one of the tables. I'll pop him there. He seems to be talking to... I've forgotten the name of the owner of the ramen bar.
The individual, is it the...
It's Keanu Reeves, isn't it?
I can't remember. It doesn't matter. We'll come up with one later.
Is that the...
How do I get rid of this wound, by the way?
Is that the guy who dropped in there, who is the individual sitting at the table, the S token?
No, I'm not sure what the S token is.
It's a cat. Don't worry about it. Nothing to see, people.
Can I have common knowledge rolls from everyone, please? Well, that's rather in keeping. That's rather in keeping that Queeg and Merlin fail. Wave, not so much. Mogwai and Aki and Beulah.
Quake's trying to figure out what he has to clean up here right now.
Exactly. And Pow Pow, you recognise the individual. You gather he's a shaman who's sort of made a bit of a name for himself around the area, and or maybe if you talk to him, he might be able to tell you a bit more. But you think he goes by the handle of Babby Man. And someone did put his name forward as someone who could potentially be helpful in terms of a face. But he seems to be sitting there eating a bowl of ramen at the moment, and seemingly enjoying it. But we'll let him introduce him when you.
The smoke is coming from him, is it?
Well, based on the portrait, it is, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought
it's copious
we
amounts
were
of smoke.
under
He's probably
attack.
been waiting for you for quite a while.
Yeah, so how do I get rid of the wound? Who's a medic?
Natural healing. I mean, natural healing can be. You will get natural healing, but I will allow the fact that if anyone wanted to heal Queeg or Aki on the way back in the van. That
Well, it
would
wouldn't
have
have been
inside
Wave because she wasn't in the van.
That would have been inside the golden hour. Well, you might have done it when you got back to the van, is what I'm trying to say. So if you want to.
Well, the others would have, but Wave would have gone off on her scooter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, somebody try a healing roll, and then if it fails, I'll use magic.
You don't want Wave patching you up.
Me and Queeg need patching up.
It's just a scratch.
Was that on Queeg or Aki?
Who's what the worst?
They
Both
both
the
got
same.
one win.
Both have one wound.
Well, Queeg's healed.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, have to use yeah. The only way to heal Aki will be magical, I'm afraid. Which you do.
He's only got a scratch as well.
My kneecap's suddenly grown back. Thanks very much.
Okay, so as I say, you suspect that this is the face you've been hoping to entice into the crew. So I'll let you introduce yourselves and.
So this is some kind of food place?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, basically, yes, it's a ramen bar. It's new. Well, it's basically. It seems to be where these guys meet up from time to time. You got a message that a group of runners were looking for a face, and you let it be known that you were interested, and they. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't mention that to you earlier. Sorry, and basically, the information you got was that you can always find them at the ramen on. It's called Ramen on 64th. For some reason, it's got a Billy Club XL sign outside. No one's never worked out what Billy Club XL was, but anyway, it's known as the Ramen on 64th. It's a ramen bar, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's the owner, and I'm talking with him. What am I talking about?
You'll probably be talking about the individuals and anything you like, really. But as he sees the rest of the runners start walking down the street towards you, he says, he sort of points up, and here they are now, as basically, well, so far an ogre, a dwarf, an orc, a human, and elf have walked in so far, and you can. There's a cat also seems to be sitting upright on a chair and looking around. Troll. I said ogre. I meant troll. Sorry.
I'm trying to see where the entrance
That's it.
is. on
Thinking
this bar.
Mr. Nakazumi is the owner of the ramen bar, and Queeg sort of walks in, wanders over a corner. He takes and starts sweeping, I believe.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So where's the entrance to this bar?
Do you know what?
I think we all just ran through the glass.
It's open air. It's just got like a low wall with a canopy over it or something.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think that's what we'll go with. There, basically, in that back corner there is basically there is a way downstairs to the basement where you have stuff. You know, it's where you hold your meetings, and you know he lets you. Mr. Nakazumi lets you.
Are we presuming we already delivered the blood, or are we still waiting for our contact here to come and collect it? Sample.
You're waiting for that. You've literally just finished the run and come back to the bar.
So, baby man. So I hear you want to join us. Good. What's it? What can you do? What's your specialty? Why do you think you have a place on this team, man?
Bobby Man does not do anything. He looks at the sky. Well, I probably cannot see it literally the sky, so looks at the roof, gazing as if to the stars, and the air talks to Bobby Man. It tells Bobby Man what to do.
Okay, so you're a psychic or a psycho?
Bobby Man is not one thing. Bobby Man is all of the things.
Well, let me rephrase it maybe. Are you good at fighting?
Bobby Man does not believe in fighting. Bobby Man believes that fighting is for fools.
this point, Waif's going to interject. She's going to walk over to Bobby Man. She's going to hold out her hand. She goes, I'm Waif. She goes, and I sincerely hope you're better at talking than our friend Mowgli is.
She says this from the top, standing on the bar.
Map sucks. Oh yeah, I would know, and I'd probably be dancing on the bar. Who the hell knows?
Cool, dinner and a show.
But can you talk? These guys can't.
Bobby Man talks all day with the air and its inhabitants. Sometimes they wear fleshy outside, sometimes not.
The air and the inhabitants. It's like our whatever we need you to talk us past is generally a little more substantial.
I know what'll get Pow Pow inside. It starts to rain.
Not really. Pow Pow needs more rain than that, I think.
No, I need to comb my hair. That's what I need to do.
You're going to go and comb your hair, I was combing my hair. But now we know what he's up to.
So, baby man, tell me, are you a spellball by any chance? Ganja Gandalf, you cast spells, man?
No, Bobby Man does not have to cast a spell. Bobby Man talks with the air and the air does what the air does. Sometimes the air makes a man change his mind. Sometimes the air makes a lightning happen in the air and brings up the hair of the man.
I thought I had a drug problem.
I didn't look at his character.
Problems are all the ones you've inhaled, honey.
Sorry, I missed only the honey I heard.
Oh, I was talking to Mowgli that his problems are only the ones he's inhaled.
No worries.
Through the nose, through
About to
the
let out a big lump of smoke.
Okay. You get
Yeah.
You get a message flash up on your inboxes, your shared inbox that obviously you must have. You've got secure accounts and stuff, and you'll get a notification that an email has just appeared in your inboxes. It appears to be from I can't remember who it's from. Keith Summers.
In general, basically, Bobby Man looks a lot like the picture there, but like he's this ragged clothes and the whole overall like look. As someone who doesn't really pay much attention what they look like or really take care of the clothes or whatever. Nothing is broken, but it's just not like well maintained. And he has this kind of like a general calming and like very calm, very casual, charismatic aura around him when he talks. Kind of like a different kind of Santa Claus.
a different kind of Santa Claus.
Talking of which, actually, I haven't watched. Has anyone seen that film, Fat Man, yet?
It's funny.
I'm gonna see it. Anyway, carry on. So enjoy yourselves. Introduce characters. I'm just sorting a few things out, and I shall be with you. But anyway, so you got an email from Keith Summers.
What does the email say?
Basically that he's basically understands that the job has been completed. And he'll bring. He's literally wants to know where to meet you for payment, and to get back the vial of blood.
Very good if he doesn't know where we are. Jeez.
Yeah, there should be some secluded space, like a parking lot or something, where we could set up, well, a position that we can make the exchange, but still control the area. You know,
Mm-hmm.
bigger part of the team being in hiding, just to be there as a backup if things go south.
Didn't we meet him in a square somewhere?
You met him in the park last time, but he's asking where you want to meet this time, because I think he's giving you the option to. Otherwise, he offers the park. He offers the park, but if you'd rather go somewhere else, you see,
We met him in the park before, we did, didn't we?
you did.
You want to keep going back to the same place?
Do you want to go to the same place twice? Or are we not that kind of person? Group?
We shouldn't go back.
Well,
to the
we
same
wouldn't
place
meet two different
twice.
Johnsons at the same place, but I think it'd be okay for us to meet the same Johnson in the same place.
That's annoying.
Maybe, yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay. Just to speak my thought, this is our home turf. I mean, if you can't get, we don't know where the sniping positions are and the cover positions are. You guys could be in all different buildings, different places around here. I'm sweeping up. He comes in, gets a bowl of ramen and vial of blood. How special?
Oh, well, don't we also frequent a little disco down the street with loud music and flashy lights, and
There's that.
where you guys could
Glove, red.
somebody could meet him inside, the rest of us could be watching from the outside.
Get around in the dark in the nightclub with the lights flashing.
We don't want him to know our main point, you know. We don't really want to invite people to the ramen bar if we don't have to.
Good point.
Pardon me, my phone's not working.
That's why I didn't offer Master Zhang's dojo, because
Maybe for this guy, since we've already met him in the park, we'll meet him again in the park, and then for future ones, we'll work it out as we go.
Again, why?
Come up with a more cunning
shouldn't
plan and then better floor plans.
we got what he wants. He can come to us.
Okay.
And I like the disco, because we all know that's another place we frequent, so we would know the ambush spots, and we would hold position until whoever makes the trade-off tells us that the deal's complete and good.
Okay.
And we wouldn't draw a lot of attention because we're already known there. You know, keep going into the same place when you're strangers draws attention. They might all look like they don't give a damn, but there's always some guy that retains it and sees an opportunity to make money off of information. So going to the same place twice, even with the same person, is kind of iffy from Wave's point of view.
Disco doesn't sound too bad.
Again,
We can all party, can't we?
why shouldn't we use the opportunity and get a secluded spot? I mean, why take the risk we are about to take?
Well, if you want to find a secluded spot, I mentioned the disco because it's semi-dark, the lights are flashing, there's a lot of people and noise. Handing off that vial with no one noticing, I mean, they're probably also freaking stoned out of their minds.
Okay. I voiced my objection, but if the group decides we're gonna go for the disco, then we shall go for the disco.
If you're looking to avoid innocent bystanders, that might be a point.
No, I just think that a point where we can, if push comes to shove, have a shootout without alerting people to us too badly, that's my point. But
We could put the vial in a glow stick and then dance.
like I said, if the group decides we do, then we do.
Okay, so you're going to tell him to meet you at Club Neon. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
So,
I think that's
yeah.
Okie doke. you bringing Babby Man with you?
No.
No?
Sorry, but he hasn't been part of the whole deal yet. And as such, why would we bring a total stranger into a job? Now, on the next run we make, we will take Babiman with us, of course, give him a chance to prove himself to the team, and then he'll be involved. But logically speaking, there's a complete stranger saying, hey, I want to go and do illegal things with you. Why would we take this person to talk about the illegal things we did with someone else? That just makes absolutely no sense. Let's bring this over and be done with it, and then, sure.
Well, I can see that in a total stranger, but since we're not all intending to approach the contact Mr. Johnson or Mr. whatever his name is, anyway.
Summers.
Yeah, Merlin's probably going to go because Merlin's got the vial.
Let's call him Mr. Johnson. I think everyone we meet is going to be Mr. Johnson from now on, no matter what their name is.
Oh yeah,
That's the rule. They are all Mr. Johnson.
They're all Mr. Johnson.
Oh yeah, that's you always they are they are Mr. Johnson unless they give another name.
Johnson anyway. Just annoy him.
So the real question is, Babby Man going to follow them?
So they just kind of like talk around me about some stuff and then just vanish or start to walk away, basically.
It sounds like it. It sounds like they got some message and started walking out the door.
Okay, then I probably, as they clearly start to exit, Babiman says, "Oh wait, man, Babiman needs some serious grass now. I'll help you out. You give me a few shilling for the trouble."
I'll holler back to him, hey, we got to take care of something. If you want to wait from us here, and I'll yell over to the owner of the ramen bar, give him whatever he needs to eat for now. We'll be back shortly.
Munchie and a bit of ganja, and we'll be back in a bit.
Must have. I actually made a portrait for that NPC, and I can't find him. Oh well, he'll just have to be a random letter from the alphabet.
I hope you go outside the city, find some soil for man.
I get the
Is there someplace outside the city? All Waif has ever known her whole life is a sprawl.
Well, indeed. Okay, so in that case,
Also,
we won't have. We shall remove. We shall move Babby Man, and you find yourself standing outside Club Neon.
you drew that quick. That's very good. Done by hand, yeah.
If Fantasy Ground supported video, that would all be animated.
They'll start having animated ones, won't they? I'm sure.
Well, I must admit, to be honest, a lot of the effects you don't really need them, but yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm sure they will. They may well eventually. But anyway.
Well, and it depends on what you're doing too. I mean, like some of the, they come more into play in different settings, right?
I couldn't agree more. I mean, let's be honest. If ever there was something that really pops with animated maps, it's the neon and the street signs and stuff in Cyberpunk. I mean, to be honest, that other one works because you just turn the rain on and it looks fine. But yeah.
You could put the mist on in here for the smoke. That would work in here as well, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it would.
Maybe
you don't want to breathe in there unless you.
You got to set it to like 41.
And I'll advise you not to take deep breaths in there if you want to keep clear-headed. And
yeah, don't worry, I won't.
So you get away with something like that, couldn't you?
Exactly, yeah.
You know what the most? Just a real quick interject with a comment here, Mowgli. Do you know what the most used phrase in the '60s was?
No.
I could do disco.
Here.
And the other thing is too is that like if you had walls
right over your head
drawn and stuff, it would look real trick, right? Like with the line of sight, like so the offices didn't necessarily get the smoke or the bathroom.
Yeah, I know, but I literally just literally just downloaded the map and put it in. As in, I had it, but I literally just dumped it into Fancy Grounds. So
No, I'm not. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying.
Oh, no,
It's someone that makes the maps and does that stuff. Like
Yeah.
there are ways to augment that, but
yeah, no, I mean, I have literally sat there and made modules. I've got I must admit, I've only started getting these more neon ones, which is a shame because I do like the other ones, the more blueprint ones. But I've done all the lines of sights on those, but someone couldn't see them and they were all a bit dark for them, so I didn't bother.
these look really trick. They're nice.
Yeah,
They really get the good setting, the good feel.
Anyway, I don't want to repeat Babylon out of the action too long, so basically, we're not worrying too much about the. I can't actually seem to find where the NPC's gone. Oh, there he is. You find him sitting. He's literally sitting at near. Oh, you can't see him, and he most certainly shouldn't be hostile. You find him sitting. He says he'll be basically sitting at one of the outside tables.
Well,
Merlin, do you want to go up with me to take him the package, or I'll stay down here and watch his guards?
Yeah,
With him.
The point of coming to the disco is we get here before he does, don't we? So there's some people inside, some people outside. You know.
Mogwai is not gonna go completely there. He's gonna stay a bit up. If we came together in a van or something, I'm gonna stay in the van, and would like to observe the area, see what I can find out, what's around.
Basically,
Did we tell him where?
you'll just find retail nodes and everything. Nothing of any concern. No red flags or anything. Obviously, you find the secure nodes for all the shops and stuff around here, but that's about it, really.
Okay.
Merlin's going to take position here at the bar, kind of with his back against the wall, scanning the room, checking out the hot elf chicks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be at the bar checking out the alcohol.
Okay. Well, Bueller's the first one to spot. Looks like the others, obviously. Actually, when I say Bueller, he wouldn't be there. Sorry, he'll be at, when I said he's the outside bar, he'll be the rear outside bar. He wouldn't be at the front outside bar.
Rafe would be at the outside in this corner in the dark because she don't like the smoke crap.
Who's trying to dance on a pole?
Who do you think?
Well, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, there appears to be some sort of force field to stop you sort of getting too close to the pole dancers. You can stand there and look at them, but you can't actually get on the poles.
That's a real quick way to get into trouble. So I've been told.
Have we got like a live communication so we can talk to each other, all the time?
Yeah, we all have either earphones or wrist phones, or
So you can.
So if Bueller's in that room on his own, we can all hear what's going on, and it's all good. Yeah.
Well, not necessarily.
Unless we get a zzz, and then we know that something bad's happened, and then we're gonna go in and save the day. But yeah.
Cyberware.
Waif only has the earphones on.
Bueller's got a phone in part of his cyberware, so I imagine he can set it so you can hear everything.
As a radio, and I have a radio too.
Yeah, well then, yes, you can. So okay, Keith looks up as you walk in, and he nods and sort of gestures at you, Bueller, to sit down.
Yeah, Bueller will stand
Okay.
with his back against the wall, ready
Okay. Well, he
and alert.
he says, "Did you bring the blood vial? Did you get it done? I gather that there was all sorts of kerfuffle on the communication channels a couple of hours back that apparently some eco-terrorists had trashed the lab. I just need to know you got the vial of blood for me."
And Bueller just stands and nods.
He says, "Well, as agreed, payment upon delivery of the vial."
And Beulah has radioed to Merlin to get in here with the vial. I mean, there's not much to do. Beulah's just, you know, I mean, he's got it. He told you that the room is clear, and
So I didn't realize I
you know,
I
and he's looking at the entrance here, waiting for, you know, trouble, and sees that there's no back way in. So,
Yep.
Aki's going to look and see if anyone looks out of place in here, or looks like they're a bit ready for action.
Surprisingly, it's quite late for this time of night. It's worryingly quiet. There is a bar droid behind the. There's a bar drone, as it were, behind the bar at the moment. He seems to be back onto default programming mode. He's basically checked that there are no customers in need of him, and he's picked up a perfectly clean glass and he's wiping it, just very mechanically.
How many people are in here?
Total number of people in here at the moment. I mean, the music's blaring. There's only one pole dancer. Other than that, there appears to be about 13 people in here, and that does include all of you.
Is that unusual for this time of day? Is it?
Yes.
So I'm going to put that out on the channel and let everyone know. Yeah.
Mm.
It's a bit quiet in here.
Is maintaining watch from
This
outside.
is one of my places where I, sell my stuff. So
Keith looks up as Merlin, you come in, and he says, "Have you got the vial?"
Right here, and I'll hold it out.
He goes, "Okay, thank you." And he holds out his hand for you to put the vial in, and in the other hand he's holding a cred stick.
I'll make the exchange.
Yep. So he's literally not holding
hacker. Is our hacker here to check that cred stick to make sure the money's there?
He can certainly. Well, I'm sure
I can do it if you want. I'm over here though, but yeah.
Yeah, let's have him come in. Beulah kind of reaches over and just grabs the hand and says, as if to say, "Wait a second."
Well, no, literally, I mean, when I say he's not even holding on to the cred stick, he's literally got his two palms up like that. So you put the vial, you can put the vial of blood on one and take the cred stick from the other. He's not resisting in any way. He doesn't even seem nervous.
Yeah. And I just think it's smart play to have our hacker check the cred stick and make sure it's.
We've just revealed three of our team already. The hacker should have got in first. Do I need to roll anything for that?
Research.
I've got research. I've got hacking though.
No, it's not a hacking. It's a research. But you can.
I'll do an unskilled roll.
Yes, fine. You get a 9. Yep. As far as you can tell them, all the money's on there.
Yeah, so I'll nod and then.
See ya. Yeah.
Mogwai. Something you basically do seem to notice is an awful lot of the network seem to be shutting off in the businesses around the street, and an awful lot of them seem to be closing up shop.
I think we need that Rastafarian to join us.
Something's going on, and I don't like it.
The serving droid looks down at you, Aki, and says, "I'm sorry, sir. Due to external circumstances, this bar is going to close. Please make your way to the nearest exit."
Guys, we leave now.
Then that announcement, from more than a couple of businesses and other restaurants nearby, you hear the same announcements being made. This establishment is about to close due to external circumstances. We need to leave now. Keith looks a bit confused, and basically he thanks you for getting the blood back, and he just makes his way off and starts heading down the street.
And wait,
I'm going to head for a crowd and then get lost in it. Yeah.
I'm going to go kick up my scooter and I'm out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave the premises and see that I get away. Hidden within the crowd.
Let's take a long route back to the Ramen.
Do you want to see? Do you want to do a research roll? Probably you could probably see. You could probably check the feeds to see if you can find out what's going on.
I could, but I do not want to bring any more attention to me.
Okay. So you all split up as per your agreement, and you're going to head back to the ramen bar.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okey-doke. I shall put you back. on the ramen bar.
Merle is going to go down the block and spend a minute or three watching to see if anything weird is happening. He's going to kind of flip back and forth between normal sight and astral sight and see if he can figure out what has happened.
Okay, it does appear that pretty much every retail establishment in this area seems to be closing up shop early, and people seem to be all confused and being sort of ushered out. You're not sure what's going on, but something strange. Yeah, something. It does appear that all the shops are just basically announcing early closing today, and basically they literally are shutting up shops and pulling down their security shutters.
Basically, there are two chances. Either it has something to do with us, and then we do not want to be near there, or it has nothing to do with us, and we also don't want to be near there. But it has something to do with us. We really, really, really do not want to be there. So let's all just leave.
Well, Waif is already gone. As soon as she heard the warning and she knew you guys had completed the mission, she hit for her scooter and she's gone.
Okay. Oh, I forgot his name. Yeah. Okay.
Keys, or who do you mean?
Sorry, I was just having to type that to Babybag because he's still back at the ramen bar. The rest of you are walking down the street. As you come down, as I say, you've obviously moved a few more blocks away, and you've made all your separate ways in, so you don't necessarily be in the block, as it were. But what you notice is, again, round here, everywhere seems to be shutting up, except for the ramen bar. It still seems to be open at the moment, and you see Mr. Nakazumi sort of talking to Babyman, and Babyman
I reckon we need to find out what's going on. Can Mogwai hack the or research the thing and find out what the crack is?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you can certainly give that a shot.
Yeah, my research is unskilled. I mean, I could get lucky again, but
You could. You can see if you find
That
anything.
was a hell of a luck, though. Unskilled roll, and you rolled an 11.
He's obviously good at this stuff. Unfortunately, you're not finding anything. You're not finding anything on your normal contact networks.
I'm not happy doing it, but okay.
Queeg, sorry to cut across you there. Queeg, as you walk in, Mr. Nakazubi looks at you, Queeg, and goes, "You might need your broom." Okay, back to you, Mogwai, sorry.
I will see if I can find any news about what just happened there, but I want to point out that I'm going to be very, very cautious and try to stay under the radar while doing it.
Okay.
going on the other side of the bar, so I've got cover.
You know something's wrong when Mr. Nakazumi doesn't actually object to you being on the wrong side of the bar.
No, he wouldn't anyway. We mean him go back away.
Mogwai, it would appear. Basically, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like. It looks like the food wars might be kicking off again.
Food wars.
It would appear that no one's entirely sure what's going on at the moment, but you get the impression that this section of the town, another food service industry is trying to muscle in, and
yeah, but it's Burger King having a shoot at McDonald's.
something like that. Can I have notice checks from you, please?
From
anyone anyone on the street or anyone inside the building, doesn't matter.
Food Wars. You guys saw Animal House, right?
What did I roll an 18? Fuck.
You notice that there seems to be a number of individuals walking in different directions. Basically, staying. The simple fact is, what you're finding out, Mogwai, is by staying open. Any shop, it was any retail outlet or restaurant it hasn't shut up its doors by 5 minutes ago, is obviously publicly stating that they will not be serving the food that the company wishes to provide. You haven't managed to work out what's going on exactly, but it's very much a case of openly defy. The only way to sort of defy them is to not close up, and most people aren't taking the risk. What you realise is there do seem to be a large number of individuals roaming the streets, and they seem to be checking on multiple buildings to make sure that they are locked up tight. But you do notice the shadowy figures seem to notice that Mr. Nakazumi's ramen bar is still there, and still very much open for business, and they seem to be just as the raid starts in a sort of dramatic sense. They do seem to be approaching in numbers.
Oh shit. Okay, no. This is a bad idea. If there's someone coming up and they are large enough to make a whole district basically close down, then we're not going to openly fight them. This is a bad idea.
Well, it could
This
just be.
is
No, it could just be people trying to muscle in, and then most people don't have a bunch of runners that sit around with them all the time and possibly will defend the place. Plus, Mr. Nakazumi may have some background, but anyway, it's up to you. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but Mr. Nakazumi has a policy that while he has customers, he will never close.
I want to get to the fella who picked up the payment, get my share, and have a nice day off.
The people start. You could see the figures start advancing down the street towards the ramen.
Can I ask you a question? Who is the customers in the bar?
Well, it's Babby Man at the moment.
Well, it can't be Babby Man because I said Spirit Cat.
Oh, well, obviously that's his policy. There seems to be some individuals walking towards you.
This appears to be a bus stop of some type.
Yes, it does
that is
appear
where
to be.
Merlin kind of hang out to see
If
what's
we're
going
on the map, I closed it. Can you push it again, or what's the title of it? I'll pull it up.
There you are. I've opened it up again.
Ramen
Ramen
on
664. Yeah, but there does appear to be.
Are they communicating this to the entire party?
I don't know. They haven't said they have yet.
Oh, I did in the.
You
okay,
did.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I know you did. Yeah.
Then Waif would come zipping up on her scooter, and she always has some convenient-looking package or envelope on the back.
Yeah. Is it was zoomed in to notice who's walking towards you yet to work out what Mr. Nakazumi's got to sell?
Keith Summers is still on the combat tracker, by the
Who
way.
from the group was it who picked up the payment?
It's a credit stick. Presumably, he's going to put it in.
Aki behind the bar's got the credit stick.
Okay. Then I will try
Can I
to
have common
intercept
knowledge checks, please?
Aki and
From everyone who can see the individuals coming in.
get my part of the payment, and then
Well, Aggie's behind the bar at the moment, so we'll see what happens. Waif makes it. Pow Pow doesn't. Aki does. Merlin does. Mogwai. Yeah, I'm afraid. It's a bunch of quite feisty individuals. They're known for being a bit on the violent side, and they don't understand why anyone doesn't want to eat a sausage in a bun with mustard on it. It's the hot dogs.
You got ramen. We don't need hot dogs.
The reason you recognise them is their thugs always dress up in hot dog outfits.
That explains why they look like they've got mustard on. Okay.
Is that a joke?
No, seriously,
Look at the
see,
tokens on the map.
look at the tokens
Look
on
at
the
the
map.
tokens on the map.
Okay, what do we actually know about the attackers?
Did you make them?
No, I didn't.
That's fucking brilliant.
Beulah, I'm afraid you're too busy. You're too busy laughing.
Busy
at how,
laughing.
Yeah, you're too busy laughing at how stupid they look to be intimidating. I'm afraid you are being attacked by guys wearing hot dog outfits.
What do we know about these guys in hot dog outfits? What
You-
are their
the-
numbers? What are their
So we're
backups?
about
What
to
are
kick
their
their ass.
assets?
That's what we know.
The hot dogs, they're a strange new gang that have been muscling in on the scene, and literally they like to pick fights with restaurants, basically.
How
Did
many
you say
are there?
mustarding in on the scene?
Yes, they are mustarding in on the scene. Well done.
How many of them are there? How big is the gang?
No one knows. No one knows.
But they are powerful enough to basically shoot down entire districts of bars who could basically hire a team each by themselves.
No, they just
Okay,
turn
no,
up without.
I do
They
not
t-
take any chance.
they
I
do not.
like this.
Beulah's got. Oh my word, Beulah just gave everyone a Benny. Unfortunately, Mogwai, as you realise this, you're already in the bar, which, as far as they're concerned, you're now a valid target.
He's going to say,
shit.
get inside, get on the other side of this counter.
Sorry, I didn't want to delete myself.
How did you delete yourself?
I was planning to cancel my movement, but instead I
That's
clicked
okay.
the wrong button. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Got magic powers. He can delete himself.
He can delete himself. Okay, Beulah, you don't. Looking around, you can see there's at least 8 hot dogs advancing on the ramen bar.
That's got to be a meme, isn't it?
I couldn't resist when I saw the tokens. I just felt great. We're going to have
8
food.
hot dogs advanced on the
I've
ramen
decided
bar.
we're going to have a whole side story of basically the food wars. Yeah, the franchise wars, basically.
Yeah, there is a film.
And,
There's a
Face it, it could be clowns, you know.
But it's the fact they're
You-
wearing
I
hot
don't
dog
see-
suits and carrying pistols. Sorry.
I don't. I'm not. Yeah, no worries. I don't see a thing to like to ready in action to hold it, like a button. Is that a thing, or because I'm just gonna? My thing is to defend the bar. They're gonna
Yeah.
come at us, so I'm gonna ready in action. So as soon as
Well, you
one comes
literally just go on hold, but I can't remember how you do that on the combat tracker. Guys,
Double click on your card.
thank you.
is that a right click?
Probably left.
Could be a normal click, yeah.
Is that how you do it? You just double click on the card. Oh yeah, that was me doing it, but yeah, you double click on the card, it puts you on hold. Oh cool, I'll remember that in future. I just tried it, so.
That's not working for me, but maybe it's because it's not.
No, he
working.
did. Yeah, it's double click again. I think
Christian, why is Keith Summers on the combat tracker?
because I forgot to delete him. Don't worry, I'll put you on hold. The other thing to say is just tell me you want to go on hold, and I'll do it for you. I was just curious. I just like.
Fair
yeah.
enough. No, I
Yeah.
just like I
Yeah.
do this too, right? So I just want to know what the code is to do it, right?
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, he might have been able to do it too until his turn moved.
He might,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point. I may well have broken it.
You
Yeah,
can set it to go on hold as well.
Yeah,
There's a little
sweet.
radial menu comes up on the combat tracker for the same thing.
right. I'm going to cancel that. They shouldn't be there. They should be further back. I don't know why I put them there. So he is going to advance 6. That hot dog is advancing 6 inches to there. This hot dog is going to just advance 6 inches to there. I mean, you don't necessarily have to fight them, but you know, it's not necessarily going to be full-blown combat. It's how you deal with it, and how they deal with it, isn't it? It's just obviously they're trying to muscle in. Yeah, it's very much like a protection racket gig, as it were. You know,
All here are like
yeah,
a barrier.
you know,
that,
bad things might happen if you don't sell our hot dogs, basically.
is this wall at the back here a barrier?
Yes,
With
that is
that-
probably the only full height wall on the place looking at it. The others, obviously, he does have grill. He does have grills he can drop, but he hasn't yet.
That bit the wall, and then the rest is open. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I forgot to create Mr. Nakaz. Well, I didn't get around to creating Mr. Nakazumi, but that's okay. So the hot dogs advance on the ramen bar as the rain lashes down.
I sent a group message to everyone saying, guys, this is not our fight and we should not get involved with this. Can only end badly for us. I'm out of
This
here.
is our ramen bar, man.
Exactly.
Mr. Nakasumi told me to take out the trash.
Yeah, we can find another place. But we
If they
do
take our
not have
ramen, they'll
other
take our
buddies.
food next.
You have to take out the trash.
It's
And hot
your
dogs.
burial?
If you like nice ramen, why would you want hot dogs?
It's your funeral. I'm just gonna stand there in the corner and be as unsuspicious as I can.
This hot dog turns to eye you as you walk out the ramen bar. He seems to be looking at you.
I do not look back at him.
So, are you doing anything else?
No, not for now.
Okay, then you can end your turn. Please, because I did it for you and I'm not supposed to. Thank you. Aki, looks like you've targeted a hot dog.
I did target a hot dog. I'm not having no hot dogs coming at me.
Okay, a gunshot rings out from behind the bar inside the ramen bar. And one of the hot dogs is instantly put to mustard.
Excellent. Yeah, and then I'll duck down. I'll just duck down a little bit so I've got some cover and possibly go.
Okie dokie.
With the gunshots, Babiman seems to be shooken up, like as if woken up.
Yep.
He's been kind of concentrating on eating his soup, I guess.
Yes. You are the combat tracker, that's okay. So, Queeg.
Okay, so we're going to sweep these two off the street.
Okay, go for it.
Technically speaking, how do I target both of them?
You can either control check both of them, or I'll be nice and drop the targets on them for you because I'm a nice GM. Go for it.
Right now, sweep is a -2, isn't it?
It is indeed.
You sweep in the leg.
That was not. I'm going to Benny that one.
Be my guest. You hit them both. Roll the damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah, only 20.
Okay, so basically, incapacitated. Yeah, so basically, you sweep the first one. He literally lands very hard, knocking himself out. The second one, basically, is shaken as you. You shake him as he literally tries to jump out the way, but he's obviously stumbles by that. Merlin, you're waiting by the bus stop.
I am waiting by the bus stop. I'm going to look at these guys and say, guys, don't make us kick your buns.
I'll give you one for that. They seem to be. They look at you as if they don't understand the joke.
Of course they don't. And I'm going to throw some magic missiles around.
Oh, go for it.
Missed and still did damage.
Oh, it did miss, didn't it? I forgot that I was multi-actioning. Okay, never mind.
Still spend a penny.
Yeah, I got plenty of those. No, I guess I'm just destined to miss with my magic missiles. Oh well.
Be the rain.
Probably, yeah.
It's probably the rain. It shorts them out. So you didn't actually hit, did you? I'm afraid.
It's a Gary Gygax missile. You have to roll to hit.
No. It looked really impressive though. All the you literally don't make us kick your buns, and then you basically send out all these sparks and sparkles everywhere that basically does concern them. I mean, for all they know, you weren't actually trying to hit them. You were just trying to make them realise you're a threat, or back off. Waif.
Well, Wave specified she never got off her scooter, and she's
Yes.
sitting there looking at the data pad like she's trying to make sure she got the right place. She sees the two guys coming. She kicks it into high gear and just charges the scooter right between them.
Okay, are you? I will say. Let's call that a drive. Yeah, target
Yeah,
them.
with it.
Target them and then make a driving check. We'll make it. Whoops, sorry. I was trying to be helpful there. And I'll just. Okay, so the first and the second one, I didn't get a chance to target in time. I'm afraid that was my mistake, which was that one. So he has to make an agility check as well. I can't do it manually. He got a 4. So basically, one of them basically gets out of the way. The other one, you want to make him distracted or vulnerable as you drive through him on your scooter.
Distracted.
Okay, you move 12 inches. As a rule, you move 12 inches without having to make any skill rolls in combat. So
And I'd spin it back to face him.
Oh, you could. Don't worry, but you could do that your next turn. No worries. This is you just driving through them, as it were. Pow pow. I can't believe you're standing out in the rain.
Right, so narratively, power points have changed since the last combat by how much?
It's a couple of hours, so you've probably got your full 10 back.
People with armour would have expired by then.
Yes.
And the Spirit Cat has warned Baby Man prior to combat by clawing his shoulder.
Yes.
Because
would Merlin
he'll
have had
get
an opportunity to recover his fatigue?
Yes. Look. No. Cuts and bruises can take could take up to 8 hours, can't they? So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I forgot about it. So I think the easiest thing to say is no. You're still a bit sore and uncomfortable because of, from earlier. Are you doing anything else, pal? What are you doing with that arrow?
Dice will roll and measure.
Ah.
What's up with me the day we rolls? I was on fire a lot.
It's just one of those things, isn't it?
Gets the raise, but it's only 6 inches, so it's me, it's Babian, it's Aki, Bula all get armour +4.
Okay. You all get armour +4. Nice. And that brings us to Babby Man. It's all kicking off around you.
He looks at the owner. What does the owner do?
The owner, actually, he doesn't exist yet, but actually he's reaching behind the barn, pulling out a assault rifle.
Babylon looks at him and, Mr. Nagasaki, are you in trouble, man? Are these dogmen harassing your ramen soups?
Yes, he's basically he keeps it curt as he checks that there is ammunition in the gun, and basically goes, yeah, I think it's time to dance, son.
He looks at right and left as if he forgot how to get, what kind of place this is, like where he's sitting, looking for the door Apparently, this doesn't have a door, so it's kind of like this kiosk or something like that. You're basically outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Realizes that,
basically,
oh, well, this is easy. He
Those
gets
two.
off his stool, I think,
yes, stool. Yep.
and starts to walk casually. He has his ramen soup in his hand still, and starts to walk slowly towards these two guys here.
Okay.
Stops here, and
Yep.
I think was one of them like getting up, like he was pushed down,
Yes,
or
one of them's basically they're both one of them's distracted, the other one's they're both sort of staring at the scooter that just tried to run them over basically. So they will turn and face you if you make yourself known.
Not a boy, Babin, man.
well, he takes a look at the one who seems to be maybe more in charge of himself still.
Yes.
So was less hit by the scooter, and
That'd be hot dog number 3.
hot
That
dog number 3. Okay, and oh, Sonny boy, this is no place for dogs. This is the ramen soup of cats. I smell in the air all wet dog.
I assume you're making an intimidation check.
You must go.
Sorry, carry on.
One of you should be smart and go inside. The rain. He looks up in the sky and says, "Seems awfully dangerous." And I'm trying to intimidate him.
Go for it. I like it very much.
So I will control click the token. Does it work here?
Yeah, it would do. Unfortunately, I'd already done it for you, so you probably just turned
Okay,
it off. So if you do it again, you
I-
can turn it back on again. Yep, that keep. Yeah,
Okay,
control click
great.
certainly works. Yep.
Okay, then do I actually just roll in intimidation? Does it understand it?
Yes, it should do. Yep, you roll intimidation. I've got an extension that will actually should do with. Oh my word! Look at this. I think your face.
Bobby man.
I like this.
Okay. Whoa! Nice one. So, you have a choice. You can either make him distracted or vulnerable. And if you know what those do, I apologise. But obviously, distracted means he suffers penalties on his trait rolls on his next action. Vulnerable means he's easier for anyone else in the party to target and affect, including yourself.
Distracted.
Okay, so you said him distracted, but you've also made him suffer a setback. So basically, he's so actually put back by what you said, he's actually losing his entire next turn, as he will literally just stand there and quiver and gibber and in shock and awe of your verbose vocabulary. Sorry, Beulah, I forgot you were on hold. Do you want to stay on hold, or do you want to act and then get a new card?
I guess I'm going to go ahead and, well, there's nothing to swing, and that was my action. So I guess I just need a new card.
Well, no, if you stay on hold, you don't get a new card, but you go and when you get to interrupt whenever you want.
Right, but then I just stay where I'm at. So yeah, sure, man, I'll hold.
Okay. That's absolutely fine. So that brings us. So
Because
don't
we've
forget
got two
anytime.
coming up the street here
Yeah.
this way. So
Yeah, just let me know when you want to act, because obviously, just request an interrupt and you'll be fine. That brings us then to Queeg. You've swept one up and he's lying unconscious on the floor. The other one's a bit confused by what's going on, but
You won't be confused for long.
that's the spirit.
oh yeah, by my word, yes. You definitely sweep him up into the alleyway. Again, he will recover. So yeah, you haven't done anything mortal to him. They're both just out for the count.
I still got my movement.
You still got your movement, as I accidentally clicked the move token, so I'll move it back for you. You come down there. One of them seems quite upset by Babyman at the moment. And when you're ready, please click end turn. There we go. Waif, you want to kickstart your vehicle round?
She's going to dismount the scooter. She's going to come behind the distracted guy, and she's going to hit him in the back of the head.
Okay.
Knock him out.
Be my guest. That's a hit. Wow. You put hot dogs on a combat map and you get 13 viewers.
I wasn't trying to kill him. I was just trying to knock him out.
I know. Oh, so you're doing non-lethal?
Yeah.
Non-lethal damage it is? No problem. Which means he's automatically just knocked out. You don't have to take the chance.
We just want him to run back and warn their boss that it's probably not a good idea to hang out here.
Indeed. So, you've still got 3 inches of movement if you want to carry on moving, or are you going to stay put?
Oh, I'm going to stay put. Now the other one's distracted and just watched his friend go down like a rock.
Indeed. Aki.
That action did say his minions leave him, so yeah.
Pow, sorry. I managed. See, that's what happens when I click on
I know, I was going to let you get away with this thing.
Sorry.
Pretty quick, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I shot at hot dog. Technically, we haven't done anything lethal, though. I'm just going to shoot at hot dog number 7. I'm going to cock my shotgun. I'd probably should piss off.
Oh, yeah, he's all right. It looks like he looks like he's made of strong stuff, that one, I'm afraid. Aki, to you.
Oh, no, I'm going to do.
I think you're going to be violent. Make a hot dog joke and someone leaves YouTube. That's annoying.
Booger. I missed.
You guys have got way too many bennies. I'm not complaining, though.
That's why I'm spending it. We can get them back down again.
Do you know, in real life, I wouldn't have enough bennies in my bag to give you all bennies. Anyway, Babyman.
So what does this guy look like now?
Well, the one that I think the one that basically wasn't too, basically hot dog number 3. He's sort of a quivering mass, and he's really just not really with it.
Okay. What does Quick look like? So our troll.
He's a troll.
Big
Big troll. With
Big
a broom.
troll.
Bigger than most trolls, even.
Indeed.
Big, green, and mean looking.
Yeah.
Babyman starts to. Do I have it actually? No, I have it. Starts to. Turns around, starts to walk back, stops basically here. Well, that doesn't actually stop. While walking, turns towards Quick. How do you spell pronounce it? Quick?
Oh,
Quick.
Quick.
It didn't actually show me.
Turns
Flylight.
towards
Thank
Quick
you, Flylight.
and
Thank you very much, Flylight.
says to him that this dog seems confused. He does not know the way to home. Can you show him the right direction? And I'm trying to
Yep. That's fine.
support him.
Yes, go for it. Any skill you like. I think that was persuasion is probably a good support skill for you, isn't it?
Yep. Okay.
Very nice. That's a +2 bonus Queeg on your next trait roll.
And then I continue the rest. I think I move 2.
Yep.
So back.
back to your seat in the bar.
Back, yeah, back to the seat. And I look at Mr. Nagasaki and don't worry, Mr. Nagasaki, my bowl is full again.
Picks up his reefer out there, ashtray, and starts smoking it again. Yeah.
He doesn't have a habit, I'm sure. That was just me having a bit of fun based on the portrait. And there should be an option to end your turn when your turn is ended, because I need to get in the habit of not ending people's turns. Thank you. Mogwai, well, it looks like everyone else is getting quite involved in this, and it looks like if you want to get away, the way west is clear.
Yeah, but there's just been shooting people west of me, and I want to maintain the appearance of a law-abiding citizen.
Yep.
So I will... Oh dear, I would like to ban that because I want really to get as far as I possibly can.
Actually, there hasn't actually been any shooting west, just some sweeping up.
Aki was shooting.
Aki was shooting.
Yeah.
He was shooting east, though.
There we go. They were shooting east? Weren't they? Well...
All the shooting has gone that way.
So all the shooting was east. All right.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, and I didn't actually shoot. I just...
take the opposite direction and cover my head and start running like hell.
Okay. You run. As you get to there, you find yourself passing over 2 unconscious hot dogs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give them any attention. I just run.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, I'll take that back. I'll take that move back. Oh no, he's made of sterner stuff. This hot dog. He's got to advance to there, and using his Arasaki pistol, he takes a shot at Mr. Nakazumi, but misses. Next one is the one that was set back and doesn't get to do anything. Spirit. This guy again seems to be made of sterner stuff. He literally it comes marching forwards. Seems to also be lining up a shot. Yeah, getting ready. Well, he's obviously checking his guns loaded as he walks towards the bus stop, and then he's going to go round it. You reckon to shoot up the ramen bar. And the last one here, he thinks that things are going a bit too much against him, and he decides that he doesn't really well, like his mustard, he's yellow, and he's going this way, and he runs off. That brings us to Merlin, and don't forget, Beulah, you can interrupt.
You know things are just going to turn out the worst for you.
So I will, now that they've come up, this guy is in range, right? So I can go up and hit him, right?
You can if you want to. Yeah. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, go ahead, Beulah. I'll let you interrupt.
That's jolly decent of you, Merlin, sir. Okay. Hit him. You hit. Roll that damage.
Okay, so the damage is a stun effect. So what do I do with that? Do I just double click the thing that says?
Oh, sorry. I didn't notice it was Shot Club. I apologise. No, normally you would, but because it's the Shot Club, you don't need to. He just gets to make a vigor roll. I think it's a vigor roll -2, actually, isn't it? Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah, so he fails.
Okay, I don't see a way to drop that damage on him. Do I just drop? Do I drop the stun effect, or is it an effect in the like in?
It's an effect. It's like in it's an effect under the. I just type the word. I literally just type stun and it auto completes, and now he's stunned, distracted, and prone. Simple as that.
If you wanted to, though, if you have the effects up, you can grab the little icon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just clicked it, but it went to Merlin for some reason. I don't know why that is.
You got to grab and hold it, move it over, and drop it on the target.
You got to if you just click it, it will apply to whoever is currently on the combat tracker. But you can drag it.
Oh, so then I just applied it to me. Okay, so I got to drag it. I can't drag it onto the target in my combat tracker. I have to drag it onto actual hot dog.
Yeah, I believe that might be how you have to do it. Yeah. But to be honest, it's not a problem. For those ones, the autocomplete is very nice, so I can literally just type.
You just type stun, do you?
Yeah, I just type stun and press tab.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just wanted to know how to do it.
I understand. I completely understand. I'm just saying.
For exactly the same reasons. You just is stunned where it says # vulnerable.
Yeah. So DIS tab, VUL tab, STUN tab, autocomplete. Yeah,
that's very good. Aki did spoil us, didn't he?
He does indeed. Merlin.
Okay, and then Merlin doesn't have it on him, does he?
He doesn't. I turned it off,
Okay, cool. And you took it off of me too. Thanks. Yep. Sorry for the screw up.
That's okay. No problem at all.
It's all good. It's all good. Merlin's going to walk down to this edge of the bus stop and say, "You guys know this is just going to turn out worse for you."
Yep. I just got that. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh dear.
It's a terrible joke, but it's so funny.
It's very good. I like
carry
it.
on moving it. Yeah.
Okay, that's a magic missile. Right, that's a very good hit with the magic missile, and fortunately, again. You've put him down. Obviously, he goes down. He's down and out of the fight. But again, so far, none of them have actually been mortally injured, as it were.
Scare them off. You don't want to kill them all.
Mr. Nakazumi goes on hold. He's standing there, literally behind his bar, with basically an AK-97. Okay, that brings us to the next round, and Mr. Nakazumi's staying on hold, and Pow Pow is over to you, sir.
There's only 2 left, isn't there?
Yeah. There is. One of them didn't run away because he was too busy. Basically, he was so intimidated by Babiman that he literally found his feet rooted to the ground. One's run off, and the other one's basically lying on the ground, gibbering slightly. So.
Yeah, hot dog number 3. If I was you, I would start running because look how your mates are going to get shot. Probably not.
Unless you want to Benny it.
I'll Benny it.
Mr. 5 Bennies left. Okay. Yep. Distract him or vulnerabilize him?
He already distracted.
He isn't anymore because obviously you lose.
Make him vulnerable.
Make him vulnerable. Okay. You lose. Although he didn't actually act on his turn because he suffered a setback, he still gets to turn off his distracted vulnerability. Merlin.
It looks like we just have this one still out here in the front, so I'm going to go ahead and step up here and whack him with the flat of my sword.
Okay, he's lying on the ground gibbering a lot, so he shouldn't be too hard to hit. Especially when you roll double 6.
Well.
Okay, and flat the sword, as you say, so that's non-lethal damage. So set to non-lethal, and you knock him out. Beulah.
Well, I'm not going to hit an unconscious man, but I think we've sent the message. There's still this one in the back, though, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
Not really, but
No, but he's caught between Quig and Rafe. He's
I think
going
I think it's a bit hard to tell with all the rain pouring down, but I think Babbyman scared him so much that even if it wasn't raining, he'd be standing in a puddle. But yeah, there is one left. Although it does seem to be letting up a bit. Aki, to you.
Okay, well, I'll just hold it.
No problem. I'll put you on hold. Mogwai. Things seem to be quietening down.
Yeah, so I'm gonna continue down the way and get as far away as possible from
Okie dokie. No problem at all. No, I completely understand. Caution is sometimes the better part of valor. But most adventurers are too silly to do that. Babbyman. But at the end of the day, you are the one who ran
Everything seems to be in order, I think, for him.
Does.
He continues to eat.
No problem at all. Just end your turn. I'm fine, happy with that. And once we do, Waif.
Waif is going to step right up into this guy's face.
Okay.
And she's going to tell him, Mr. Nakasuni is a friend of ours. Don't mess with him. We have a very special skill set. And if you come back, we will kill you. And then we will find your boss and we'll kill him.
Oh, I've got to give you a Benny for channeling taken there. Brilliant.
And then I'm going to punch him right in the face.
Okay, go for it. Go for it. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's one heck of a punch coming in here. Hit with a raise. Roll that damage. Oh, that's enough to shake him. Do you want to re-roll it? You did get the raise after all.
I want him conscious. I want him to clean up your friends, go back and tell your boss, this place is off limits.
That sounds good to me. Whoops, I forgot to. I accidentally ended your turn by mistake. Sorry. Move it back.
That's all right. That's what I was going to do.
No, but I've got to get in the habit of letting you do it. Queen.
I have mean GMs I usually play with.
It's trying to undo 15 years of being impatient of players.
Sorry, I gotta hurry him on his way, so to speak.
Yes.
Do I get the +2 from Bobbyman on this one?
Yes, you do. And he's vulnerable, so this could be quite interesting. So you hit him with a raise as you sweep him up with the broom.
I didn't say this was non-lethal, did I? I mean, it should be.
Yeah, don't worry. You've been lucky up to now. I shall set it to where's non-lethal. When he wakes up, him and his guys will slink off, and as if it was dramatically appropriate around the same time. Stop
if we're kind of finished with this, then my final job would be to pick them all up and drop them in a dumpster.
Brilliant, no problem at all. You pick them all up and drop them in dumpsters. So, yep, that's absolutely fine. Well, you seem to have dealt with the first incursion into the barons of the Food Wars, the Franchise Wars, and Captain Hot Dog's gang seems to have been put to the run for now. No one really knows who he is, so obviously that will be the nickname for him until anything else. But other than that, the rest of the night will possibly pass uneventfully, and obviously with time to rest and recuperate, all power points and fatigues will go away.
And I'm going to go in and get my pay.
And
Now
if you
that
go
we've
to get your
cleaned up
pay.
this-
Yes.
Now that we've swept up the streets, gosh, we
Yeah.
need little-
Aki's got the cred stick. He will basically be able to transfer the payment into all of your accounts.
Yep.
Which is absolutely fine. So, you basically you have some nice downtime. I am sure you will. If there's any side projects or pet projects you guys want to get up to, by all means, fill in the downtime. But if you want to look for another job, well,
Yeah. I'll look for another job.
I will see. I'm sure you can find one. So basically
Let's go and have
speaking,
a bowl of ramen. Big bowl.
well, a big bowl of ramen. Why not, indeed? So it takes a couple more days, but
Will I come back here, or is he still running?
he'll got electronically paid. I'm sure he'll come back eventually. I'm not actually going to say he was. I'm not actually going to say he's in the wrong for bugging out.
He's not in the wrong. He do what he likes. Yeah, it's all right.
No. I mean, one would argue what he did was probably the prudent option, in fact. But that's by the by.
Well,
Prudent person.
Quake
Yeah,
could
it's
agree
fine.
with him too, except that I have an obligation to Mr. Nakasumi, and I'm loyal. So
Oh yes,
And,
no,
and,
don't
somebody
get me wrong.
needed, and somebody needed to send these thugs a message so they don't keep this stuff up.
No, I completely. I'm not. Believe me, I am not disagreeing with any of you. So, okay, it takes a few days to. It takes a few days and obviously enough time for some of you to possibly spend a fair bit chunk of your wages earned from the last job, and obviously disposing of any of the equipment you wish to dispose of, so it can't be tracked back to you. And when basically, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Hang on a second. You're basically finally given some information. Aki tracks this one down, so this one doesn't come through Mr. Zhang. This one comes through Aki. It seems that a group of individuals are quite interested in, your level of expertise, from what you gather, and basically you're going to meet the Johnson at a sushi bar that's on the edge, sort of on the outskirts of the Barrens, apparently. That's the agreed. That is the agreed meeting site for a couple of days hence. That's the only information. All you've got at the moment is that's it, and basically 3 tables have been booked under the name of Mr. Johnson.
Okay, so yeah,
Not him again.
they're all Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think Johnson has some double meaning in your guys' speak.
Lol.
It means the John.
No,
Right.
in fact, it's not. But prostitution are all Johns.
I'm thinking about the Neelis and Lebowski. They used it in a different way, but that's okay.
Well, yes, I just gather. Basically, there seems to be that's the parlance usually, isn't it? Is the context of the Johnson, as it were. Don't know why, but anyway.
In the parlance of our times.
Apparently,
That was
I
another-
think if it was possible, I don't know if that's just.
We're not talking about a huge Johnson in the
Oh boy.
Is
Here we go.
Johnson's one of your presidents, isn't he? Former president.
Yeah, he was. Well, we've had
Lyndon
several.
Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, is he on the back of one of your dollar bills or something?
No.
No, I just
No,
wondered if it's
wait.
something. I don't.
He's the one that took over when JFK was assassinated. So,
No.
Vietnam War.
No. It's just I just wondered if it was something like that, because I do know that on other
guy who
times.
paid the money is the Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't the
What-
first
No.
president to be impeached Andrew Johnson?
That was Andrew Jackson.
Yeah.
No, Jackson was
I
different.
suspect in the
And he is on the $20 bill, funny enough.
Yeah. I suspect in the UK the contact. You know, if we were doing Cyberpunk in the UK, I'd have all the contacts as being Mr. Smith. So
Sure.
I think it's just a parlance that I gather that I've been basically a few. I looked at the odd adventure here and there. Sometimes they call them contacts, but obviously Shadowrun. I'm not sure if it's Shadowrun or Cyberpunk. One of them always refers to them as Mr. Johnson.
Yeah,
Shadowrun
they're
does.
called. And normally it's derogatory as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's not it's not this meant in a flattering term for. It's not meant in a flattering term for any reason, I believe. Anyway, so in the meantime, let's get this set up. We can go back to there. We can unlock the grid. We can then set to zoom to fit, and then when I add you guys to the map, there we go. You should be about the right size. There we go. The sushi bar is on the top floor of some beat up old skyscraper in the Barrens. I just love the fact there's a restaurant next to what looks like chemical waste to me. But that's the Barrens for you.
Yeah, and sushi too, of all the things.
You're not afraid of Mercury, are you?
Lol.
It was retrograde.
Okay.
Well, same game again. I will stay outside the area, just close enough to make a matrix sweep and see if I can find anything out of the ordinary.
No. There's very, very few signals. This is literally on the edge of the Barrens. This is some abandoned old skyscraper that was being built. Is when the place was going to be. Sorry, I'll unlock tokens so you have freedom of movement. Sorry, guys.
This is a dungeon draft map.
Probably is. I just literally just googled Cyberpunk restaurant and this was the first hit. So.
Yeah, it saves time, doesn't it? If you can just find a map.
Babiman asks while we're kind of crossing the street, I would assume. Babiman is thinking, why is this group of people here?
We're going to meet somebody. Get another job. You're part of the group. You proved you wanted to be part of the group the other day when you fought. And you defended the ramen place. You're one of us now.
Unless you cross one of us.
Okay.
Waif's gonna zip up to the front door on her scooter and then tip it so she's standing on it so she can be rummaging around for packages or deliveries.
The only thing is, I think the more I look at this map, it's like, how the hell do you get it to the top floor of that restaurant? But anyway.
Really long ladder.
It's just an interesting one. I assume that there's obviously maybe it does. Maybe that.
Stairs there.
Yeah, but they're into the kitchen area, aren't they? So I can't see you be using those. As I say, I literally just found the map and just went, hang on, how the hell do you get from the ground floor up to there? Unless, of course, it's an elevated walkway. That must be only. I think you must be on an. I think we'll decide you're on an elevated walkway. So you really don't want to be. So if.
which is why probably it's marked like that across the street too.
I would say. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's how we'll do it. Okay, so I've just decided from now for ease from now on, there's going to be, whenever I need a generic NPC that's going to be the meet and greet, it's going to be John Joe. So John Joe here is obviously the person who's standing, who basically greets you when you come in, and he basically informs you that these 3 tables here have been booked for Mr. Johnson and guests. Can I do it? Yeah. So those 3 tables there. That's the only way I can think of to point at 3 tables at once. Although
That's an elevator walkway in Waste.
I'm going to get a window seat. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm trying to So basically, the place is relative. Basically, the place is empty at this time, but you don't get the impression it's that busy ever really out here. It is right on the edge of the Barrens, and it's not exactly the most. You're not entirely certain you really feel that you want to eat the sushi. I mean, you are right next to the sea, but you know what the sea around big cities is like. It's been contaminated ever since the terrorism attack a few years back. But
Mr. Glasses, did you notice the creepy crawlers on the counter?
oh, they're probably everywhere you look. I noticed Beulah's off to one side by well, it seems to be some sort of scary environment with stuff on it. But we won't worry too much about the ins and outs of it. At exactly the allotted time, your contact arrives. Q, because the question is who he is. He walks straight over to the middle table and sort of sits down and says, "Thank you for coming. I appreciate your time and won't waste much of it. So let's get down to business. I represent a group of individuals who feel very strongly that a facility located in a small wood some 25 kilometers south of big city needs a visit from skilled individuals such as yourselves, and require that you upload a virus into their internal mainframe computer. The reason basically it's an MO that I understand you are quite effective with, and he does put a bag upon the table saying you will find this. You will probably find these as a useful cover for why you entered the premises, and I gather that this is something you have done before. And as he opens it up, what you see inside is a number of graffiti spray cans. These are quite high tech ones. You can pre-program them to spray out the exact message you want, and you can actually see on a display on the side what it does. So literally, someone with no artistic capabilities, all they have to do is hold down the can and move it left and right, and a glorious monochrome, but obviously you can program different ones in different colours to spray out exactly the message you want. Also, there's some spray cans in there that you see appear to be pre-programmed, and also there seems to be other sorts of paraphernalia and logos and stuff that all basically have Safe Earth emblazoned upon them, which is another protest group, a bit like Terror First. In addition, there seems to be some boxes of ammunition in the bag, and he explains that Safe Earth dislikes violence, and therefore, to keep your cover, you will have to keep your cover, and at no cost to yourselves. We are providing gel rounds, or rather additional funds to allow you to purchase gel rounds. There is some ammunition in there, but if you need some more for the job, that additional funds will be provided. But they stress that it is to be a non-lethal incursion.
Will gel rounds fit in my flechette pistol, or do I need a different gun?
Well, again, you can obviously you can source one of those as part of the with your logistic points, as it were. But I suppose gel rounds in a flechette pistol. They probably aren't flechettes, but yeah, they're probably canisters that will work in the same manner. He says, now we come to the terms of payment. He subscribes a figure that you find quite reasonable, but you feel you possibly could try and push him up a bit if you want. But he says, any questions or anything?
Bobbyman is not familiar with Mr. Johnson's currency.
I'm not sure how to take that one. And he says, in what way are you... Basically, at the end of the day, it's because it doesn't matter how much I give you, you don't actually get it, because obviously all your equipment's in logistic points. So, for argument's sake, he's going to offer you 2,000 credits each.
Nice.
Compared to like a week's wages.
Probably. It's 500 more than you were originally offered for your last job, I believe.
Oh, as long as the price keeps going up every job, that's all good.
And obviously additional funds will be provided on top of that to enable you to buy gel rounds. In other words, the idea is you basically can all go in with non-lethal bullets. Can I have common knowledge checks, please? About gel rounds. Or if you've got more military skills, you can use shooting or any other skill instead if you feel it's more appropriate than common knowledge.
Wake has no idea what gel rounds are.
No. Waif certainly does, and Aki certainly does. And basically, gel rounds are literally that. They're basically rounds that are basically, when you fire, they are like normal bullets, except the bullet, the bullet head, instead of being made of lead or any other sort of penetrating metal, is a form of gel. They're sort of high-tech rubber bullets. They basically fire a special type of ballistic gel which flattens on impact, vastly reducing bullet penetration. So, which you do happen to know makes armor more, Kevlar vests and stuff more effective against them than normal bullets. But in every other way, they are non-lethal unless you're very unlucky.
Actually, they're now called less than lethal, because you can still die from getting hit by one.
Yes, less than lethal. Agreed. In game terms, any damage inflicted with them is non-lethal, but the target's armor is doubled. Yes, shotguns can fire beanbags. But believe me, that doesn't look non-lethal. You're not firing bullets, but that looks like it still bloody hurts.
Oh yes, it does.
Yeah. And I imagine
you get a little bit in the military. They are very, very painful to get hit by.
Yeah. I imagine you get one of those on the bridge in the middle of your face, and that's still going to shove your bridge of your nose up into your skull, like just as effectively as someone hitting it.
Do we know anything about this company that he wants us to get into and load in?
I don't think I mentioned it. It's a company called Gaia Tech Incorporated. But it's you're not. It's an interesting one because they do claim to be sort of, obviously Gaia Tech. They're supposedly one of the more greener companies, but then again, there's something suspicious about the fact that they're locating themselves sort of in the middle of no, almost there is like in the middle of nowhere site, as it were. And you have heard rumours in the past that the whole green cover, well, the green, the whole saving the earth and working for a greener technologies may be a cover, and there have been a couple of interesting incidents in the past where Gaia Tech may or may not have been involved.
So we're going to need to break into this place to do the virus.
Yes.
Or is this something that we can
yes,
do
you are going to have to. You are going to have to get into the research facility, traverse the internal structure of the building until you find the server room and upload the virus directly onto the mainframe computer as it is offline.
So the spray paint was the spray paint cans, the special spray paint cans do what exactly?
It's to give you cover for why you were there.
So it is a suitable target for our terror-free cover.
Safe, yes. Safe Earth being a protest group will still protest against green corporations because they're still corporations at the end of the day.
Okay.
Does this Joe John that's standing over by the sushi buffet, does he have any more information on security or?
He works at the sushi bar.
Oh, there's John Joe works at the sushi bar.
Yeah, it's Mr. Q. Mr. Q is your Mr. Johnson.
Gotcha.
So,
I see.
I made the mistake of having two J names at the same time. So I decided Q was a better one for the Johnson because, of course, the question is who he is and who he works for.
Do you have any blueprints of this place, or do you have any security info?
Unfortunately, he says we have tried to acquire blueprints for the facility, and this will be one of the reasons why the pay is higher than normal for the job, and it's probably a bit above the going rate for yourselves. However, we have not been able to do so. However, we were able to ascertain that the cameras on the facility are we have had people scan the area, and the cameras are motion sensitive and linked via one-way radio signals to the research facility. However, they cannot be used to hack into the computer systems because they're they're designed to be one way, and they've not found any way to. There's no way to get back into the mainframe system from the camera system. It appears to be a separate system. However, the contractors that were brought in to use the cameras had to go back on numerous occasions because it is known that because they decided to build their facility in the middle of basically the countryside, for want of a better word, in fact it's built in the centre of some sort of woodland area. The motion sensitive cameras are constantly giving off false positives as they detect squirrels and stuff, and to the point that a couple of times individuals had managed to get into the building because the security guards didn't basically bother checking the cameras going off due to the fact they got fed up with them being false positives. So security can be a bit lax there. They do know that as well. But getting in once inside the building, I'm afraid they don't know much at all. They haven't been able to track down any of the. It would appear that the whole facility was built by the in-house engineering firm, and they only outsourced the cameras due to some problem with the local union guilds that was causing some problems at the time. It was stopping them getting certain permits by having external contractors coming in and doing the external security systems. They got the permits they needed to conduct their experimentation out in the woods. However, an electric fence has also been installed by external contractors.
So the electric fence and the cameras are external contractors we might be able to break through.
Well, as I say, the cameras are basically prone to giving off false positives, and the security fence is not as is basically the spec of detail she given from that. Who's got repair? Make a repair check. Well, yep, you recognise the design, Waif. So does Aki. It's sold as a nice secure system, but unfortunately, what SecureTech fails to mention in all their brochures is that basically it does have a slight vulnerability flaw that both of you know about. That basically you can, using the right tools, one logistic point, render a section of the fence inoperable. As in disable the power to a section of the fence, but also that bypasses the alarm system to detect it. You could get these tools that let you sort of basically run the current around a section of the fence so the current doesn't pass through the fence. It's relatively straightforward to do, doesn't take much time at all, and would just require a repair check with the right tools. Likewise, the security gate, based on the information you got, would probably just be another maglock, so it just requires a bit of lock picking.
Right, just to, sorry to interrupt you, right, but so you've done the negotiation, right, for information, and then we're still going to do the whole recon, which is a drone overflight, and then a hacking run, then
Well, the recon,
social engineering run.
Well, the reconning bit doesn't give you much because, to be honest, basically you've got a forest with a fence around the perimeter. Beyond the fence is 10 inches. That's going to be 2 yards. That's going to be 20 yards, isn't it? 20 yards of open ground to the bunker, and basically a door on the bunker. And that's an elevator. It's an underground facility. That's why they haven't been able to get any more information. So it is literally you get through the fence. You enter the bunker. You go in a lift and down you go. The door is locked with a swipe card lock, but it can be picked electronically using lock picking. Alternatively, you could try hacking it. But they probably have good. Based on the system, that you reckon it's a good. It's going to have some black ice on it.
I can try hacking if you want.
Any third-party vendors?
Would you be third-party vendors? Sorry.
Who delivers maintenance? Who does the laundry? Who does the
It's all done in-house. It's all done in-house. The only reason they had to outsource the security fence and the cameras were due to get local union disputes.
So can we hack? Because apparently we can't get a floor plan because they built it in-house. So there's no.
Yeah.
So what about the security cameras? Can we hack those to follow them and get an idea of how this place is?
Again, you do not have anything about the internal security. The security cameras that are known about are external only and were done by the third party and are obviously prone to giving off false positives.
It's a bit kind of limited, but you could close it. I mean, it's a bit risky, but you could, if you physically can't get any more information than that, then your only weak spot is the swipe lock, and the only way to get it past the camera is if I tunneled under the ground and then put on a hacking unit onto the door. Somebody remotely switches off the cameras. If you can't, it's the only way you can close the air gap.
Interestingly, it looks like all of the there doesn't appear to be any security on the actual door itself, so you can, as long as you've got through the fence and past the cameras, You can just walk up to the door, apparently.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it underground. Just walk underground and then come up in front of the door. And then I just have to put on a device. And then that's you got a node.
Now, the terrain outside this facility, how open is it? Is there a place cover
It's
where
wood.
we can?
It's a wood. So there's lots of cover
Okay,
outside the fence.
So we could take up position for a day or so to watch coming and going and get some kind of estimate of how many are inside, since we can't get inside via anything else.
Mr. Johnson highly recommends that you go in at night. He understands that at night there are no staff on premises, just a number of security guards. They believe no more than 12.
Now, I presume there's like a parking lot or something for employees.
You would have thought so, wouldn't you? Let's have a look. There probably is a parking lot for employees, yes.
Any camera windows?
Any camera windows, sorry.
A window in a camera is where you watch the cameras as they rotate, and if the timing is off, they don't pan.
No, they're fixed cameras, but they're motion sensitive, and But like they say, they built them in a wood, so wildlife triggers them all the time. So therefore, then they are ignored on more than one occasion.
So we'd be able to be covered with some sort of a work vehicle that would be unnoticeable, like just a regular van, or is there a particular service that comes and deals with them, say a gardening service, something where we could get some gear, a landscaping service so we could possibly have some cover to run a little bit of recon or drop a drone over the place to see what's happening.
Well, as I say, he does provide aerial photographs that they've got of the area, and it literally, if you picture a car park, a sort of wood area with a car park just off the main road, a path through the wood, no less. They really are trying to keep their green idea. Path through the wood through to a security gate, where they basically. To a gate which apparently is basically manned during the day, but at night is locked. And then basically they walk up to the lift, swipe their access card, get into the elevator. So I've used both. I use English
and right into the security area where we need to be. Is that accurate?
Yeah, basically, if the actual recon is literally a concrete bunker in the middle of an electrified fence that is and a car park and a path. That is literally the entire above ground structure.
Sounds like a sort of hack and slash job then.
I mean, the cameras, you could distract the camera with a small, innocent-looking, fluffy animal, which we can produce.
Exactly.
I'm sure Babine can have a chat with the local wildlife. So if we distract the camera, presumably we can approach a camera and spoof it to put it on a loop.
You wouldn't even need to do that as such, because if you could basically convince them that it's that what it picks up is a false positive, they'll possibly not look. But just if you can, likewise you can spoof it. You can put it on a loop. Yeah, straightforward. Repair check or electronics or repair on the camera. But you'll need to have physical access to it. Likewise, logic, you could potentially once you get access to one camera, because they are on a system, you could turn off all the cameras. But of course, turning off the cameras tends to alert people.
Bobby Man did not understand any of that. Do you know who works here?
Well, it's just all you get is basically it's a bunch of corporate wage slaves. There doesn't appear to be on-site there doesn't appear to be on-site housing, unlike they tend to do sometimes inside the cities. So
People work there. People must go in, out, live elsewhere, have homes, lives, children, hobbies. We go in as people. A lot easier than as squirrels.
judging by the car park area, there's 300 plus staff working there on a daily basis.
Well, again, that's step number 4 of the recon, which is the social engineering one.
Yeah, well, we pretend we work there.
No, you just get somebody drunk in the bar and see if they're going to tell you something more interesting.
Ah.
I wonder what our aggressor is.
I mean, for example, if somebody, there's always somebody who's going to be stupid and they're going to take their card. They're going to get out, leave work, get in their car, leave their card in their car, and you just break into the car, and you've got the access code. It's always people that are or they'll take it down the pub with them, or they'll leave it in their house, which is dead easy to break in.
Oh, you just walk up to the door and hack it. Sorry, pick the lock. What did I say?
Pick it or hack it. You said, yeah, we can pick it or hack it, but you think there might be whatever black ice is. Exactly.
Yeah, there's a black. Yeah, he thinks. Yeah, you can either pick the lock or hack the lock. Or, as you say, if you get hold of a card, you get the hold of a card. But if you get hold of a card, you're gonna have to use it before the person realizes it's gone. So you could lift the card off someone and go in the same night you lift the card off them, I suppose. Yes. That would be a prudent way to go. So, are you taking the job? Well, I assume you are, because otherwise he wouldn't have told you half that information.
After grilling him like that, I should hope so.
Indeed. So basically he leaves you with the equipment. He bids you good day and makes for the walkway to walk across and vacate the premises, unless anyone has any further questions for him.
No.
I've got no more questions for him.
He will basically walk off then, no problem at all.
What have I got any questions for him?
Mogwai's suspiciously quiet. He wasn't in there, was he? He was elsewhere, being hyper paranoid.
I said I'm checking the vicinity to make sure nobody sneaks up on us and there's nothing.
Yeah, agreed.
Bad and secret happening.
Hyper paranoid.
Yeah. That's why we've got a levitating cat at the top of the building.
Yeah. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with being paranoid. They are out to get you in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Just like in real life.
Yeah. What I find is really interesting is I know it's a different character, but someone has completely forgotten something that had Twixie very concerned in the first adventure.
What was that?
Something that Twixie found in the ramen bar. He completely forgot all about it. Ever since. Even Twixie forgot before he vanished. Or maybe Twixie found out more and that's why he vanished.
Well, I was pretty sure that Twixie had told the others about it, but obviously it didn't come up again, so yeah.
But
and Mogwai knows nothing about it, so
no. But you could
say much about it.
Well, out of character, you can tell him because you remember it. But that's by the by. It's more interesting this way anyway. I'm not complaining. Engage paranoia mode. Okay, well, you can have a nice meal in the sushi bar if you so wish, or you could vacate the premises.
Sushi looks a bit dodgy.
That really is by the by, because I have no idea where to even start thinking about that thing. I don't know what it is.
No, it's fine. If
Yeah,
nothing else, I would have made more
Twixie
character to
to remind us.
Sorry?
We need to get Twixie to remind us.
Indeed. Well, the problem is Twixie vanished, so maybe he found out more.
Maybe that's why Twixie vanished.
Exactly. Maybe Twixie was winding you up when he said he found something in the ramen bar.
Some kind of monitoring device.
You found a bug.
We know about the bug because we both
And you filled it up with data, but you haven't checked it since.
we filled it up with rubbish data, haven't we? So
Yeah, but you haven't checked it since to see if it was collected.
oh, this is true. We go back to the bar and check it. Then now we've left this dodgy fish bowl.
But we
Okay.
haven't done any,
I'm hungry. I'm not eating this stuff. It looks well dodgy. So yeah,
haven't met any clients at the bar since then either. And
a pseudo fish. They're not even real
No.
fish.
now all they'll
What-
have. We just drove off a whole gang of jerks trying to shake down Mr. Nice.
Indeed. Yeah.
Sushi next to it, hazardous waste. What could go wrong?
Exactly.
You can stay and have some if you want, but I'm not.
The name of
If you want to
this
whistle the
sushi-
GM, you can right click on the towel, which is that funny looking grey thing, and whisper, and it's got a little token, whisper GM.
I did not know
Yeah, I'm
that.
just there we go. I'm I'm just mucking about, so an interlude.
Oh yeah.
It just occurred to me, the name of this sushi bar isn't Fukushima, is it?
Could be, I don't know.
Was it Shukafima?
So, what's your plans, individuals? And one.
Ramen. I'm going to get ramen. That's my plan, and then we're going to go and recon this place.
Okay.
Find where the staff
Sounds
go and
right.
drink, so we can maybe swipe a card or 5.
Okay, well. I've supported you with maps today when you recon the place if it's one. But anyway, so you want to head back to the ramen bar? I can put you back near the ramen bar. There we go. Look there. That puts you where I always will put you. On the street approaching the ramen bar. It's interesting how close together it puts you. I must check out what the grid is on this one. It must not be right. That's really interesting. Is it because I've turned off lock to grid? No. That's okay. I haven't really set a grid on this one yet, so that's not to worry.
I prefer it if you've done that in all maps, because sometimes you place characters on the map and it just sticks them anywhere and it just puts them through line of sight and everything. So it's
Yeah.
just, when you try and drag a party on, sometimes you have to drag them on one at a time, because otherwise the whole.
That should work. And then in game mode, turn off lock to grid. But anyway, and unlock the tokens so people can move freely.
Go and check on this device now, see if anyone's collected delivery from it.
Yeah, you found it downstairs, didn't you? You found it downstairs in the private area, as it were, not in the public area. So you head down there, and yep, the device is still sitting there where you left it.
And has it been interfered with since we interfered with it?
Make an electronics check or a hacking check.
Good thing we didn't talk down there.
Well, indeed. Well, you might have done, but out of character, you know what I mean? Out of downtimes and stuff. As far as you can tell, it's been visited twice since you last found it.
Well, we'll fill it up with some new data, I suppose, won't we?
Yep.
Unless we want to leave it there as bait.
That's what tweets.
There
We
is
know
bait.
about it.
Leave it there as bait, but we want it to have nothing about us in it, don't we? So
Can I
Nothing.
make
Well,
a
I mean, they
suggestion?
know about us, but my point is that if we take it out, whoever it is knows that we know. Whereas if we leave it there and just don't discuss sensitive stuff, we could even feed them disinformation at some point later on and try to flush it out somehow. I don't know. It's like our only lead, right? That's my point.
The interesting thing to note about it is the data you find upon it. The first time it was, accessed after you put all the fake data on it was the same day as Twixie vanished.
Right, so as I was going to say, is it when you pull the data off the device, do you have to be physically present to do so?
Do you have to You do not have to make physical contact with the device. No, it is set up. It's got its own Wi-Fi access portal. So all someone needs to do is connect to it with something that already knows its SSID.
In the range on the broadcast is
Whatever it is, it doesn't really. Yeah.
Because no, but I'm just saying because if
the
you
range.
remember that is
Sorry,
a hacker
yes.
can bug the bug. So you can put a camera on the top of the building to view the street. So somebody drives by to pick up the data, you get a picture of them.
Basically, you could probably pick it up. Basically, you'd have to be inside the restaurant to do it. You don't necessarily have to be in the basement, although the transfer times would be slower due to signal degradation.
Yes, but if the camera films the scene, the time on the time that the device gets access and the time on the camera is the same, and you've got a picture of the guy, you bug the bug.
You bug the bug. Well, indeed.
It gets triggered when someone accesses it.
It's just in case whoever's accessing it, I'm sure if somebody who was technical could set up another bug and it'd be like Candy Camera, you know what I mean? And you know exactly who was involved. You'd have a picture of them.
Yeah, well, I could have a go at that, or what Mogwai can do it. Mogwai, I think, has got slightly better hacking than me.
Or you could team up to do it. One of you.
Yeah, we can do that at all. Mogwai.
He's gone very quiet. He has.
Gone quiet. Mogwai.
I am
Mogwai.
still thinking about how. What I think about you people having a bug in your basement and keeping it as a pet, basically.
We're keeping it as they don't know we know about it, so we can keep an eye on him, and that's why we want to hack it now and stick a bug on the bug.
Very disconcerting, but hey. Yes, that's FGU for you.
And I can assist.
Yeah, no, I give up. FGU says no. I'm not allowed. It's okay.
I can. That's right. I can just assist. Till I get a good roll. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give it one last try. Oh, there we go. Finally. Yes.
Computer says no.
Computer says no. So sorry, I was reading something there. What are you up to?
Bug in the bug. With a camera on a roof that's connected to the bug, and if someone hacks it, it gives a snapshot.
Okie dokie, no problem at all. You do that. It'll cost you 1 logistic point to keep a bugger there.
Done.
Okay, so what's your plans for this job then?
Recon the bars, recon where the staff go, and
Okay,
as we
well,
go there, I thought that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
certainly. Right, how do you want to split yourselves up?
There are
This time.
300 people who go there every day.
Yep.
Some people will want to do something else than what they do there every day.
Well, indeed. So Your best bet there is that you probably get, obviously, you get Bueller up there with his surveillance drone. He can survey all the car park, get snapshots of all the staff and everything, and then you can run research things and cross-reference them through the databases, track any runs down that may be in this area or somewhere you feel you can get closer to, and take it from there. Or just literally follow someone back from the car park and see where they go, I suppose. Your call how you want to do it. But I will leave you pondering that, for I think this is a sensible point in time to leave it, so you can make plans on the channel offhand, and then we can get started next week and I can make the maps. Hope you enjoyed it, guys.
You haven't made the maps.
Yeah, lots of fun as usual.
Okay, so thank you very much, guys. So
That was a good one. Lovely. Thank you.
You're most welcome. So see you the same time as this week until autumn now. This is, now we're on British summertime for Sprawlrunners. Those I'll see on Tuesday. I'll see on Tuesday. Not got a game on Saturday, but the following Saturday we'll set up a vote in a minute. I will set up a vote so you can pick which flavour of Deadlands you want. Choices being Weird West, Lost Colony, Noir, Black Dark Ages, Hell on Earth.
Is there room in that Saturday game? I'd love to try Deadlands, but I didn't know if there was.
They're always first come first serve for the one. They're all one shots.
And there's only 5 signed up for the next session, so if you get in there and sign up, you can watch.
So that's bouncing in on Fantasy Grounds calendar. Is that right?
It should be on the Fantasy Grounds calendar. Yep. Yep.
Okay. That thing never works for me, so I don't know if there's a link to it or something.
I'll pop a link in the chat. And the only other thing of interesting that you might be interested in that I just found out. Sven got this
broke up.
Oh, you're kidding. You're kidding me. Who just posted that? That's brilliant. I'm touched. Right, I will use that version of the map next week.
That works.
We've got a version of the 64th Ramen map. I've now got a version that actually says 64th by Ramen on it. So the guys actually updated the map for our game.
Oh, excellent.
I love it. Thank you very much. One last bit of interesting information I just found myself, although I've got to finish Blood Dry first, and I will wait for the final version of the PDF. Turns out I am doing... I'm not doing the rule set. Akil's doing the rule set, but I am actually creating the modules for the entire Pathfinder range for Savage Worlds, so...
Brilliant.
Oh, wonderful. So that's great.
Congratulations.
But as I say, I won't be starting that
Good.
until they release the final version of the PDF. The one that's going to print. That is, so there'll be a little while on before I do that. Besides which, I've got to finish Blood Dry first. So, also
So we'll get the obligatory test modules for that.
Well, I am planning to. I am actually planning. Basically, my Tuesday night games. I am planning to be wrapping up the after and to play test Pathfinder, but it doesn't mean I. Oh yeah.
What? Yeah.
Well, and hopefully there'll be time to upgrade the because I was sort of waiting on it. They said that you'd be able to upgrade the Pledge Manager to pick that stuff up, but I haven't. Seen it upgraded yet.
That said, if you do want some Savage Pathfinder, and I do mean Savage Pathfinder, not Pathfinder for Savage Worlds, on Sunday the 18th of April, we won't be playing Sprawlrunners. Just for that 1 week, I'll be running Savage Pathfinder, which was my version of it, long before Smiteworks came along and did the official version. And it would be the last time I run Savage Pathfinder with the iconic characters. Only one person signed up for that, so there's still 7 slots. And that's on the FGCon website.
And is it the same pre-gens? Because I'd like to keep it real.
Yeah, no, it's the same. It's as I say, it's Savage Pathfinder, not Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. Obviously, the next one I run will be Pathfinder for Savage Worlds, but by then, hopefully, the rule set will exist. So that's where we are. So thanks very much, guys.
And there's where would I find the link for the Saturday deal?
I'll pop it in.
Calendar to sign up.
I think Isn't it pinned in the forums on top? Savage Saturday under Savage World.
I think it is. If you look for Savage Saturday on the Savage Worlds forums, I've got a pinned thread called Savage Saturdays, and the link is the sign-ups there.
Okay, I'll look for it there.
The link to the sign-ups there, the links to the Twitches there, and the YouTube. Yeah, so it's so 50 Fathoms we've just had. So the next one's going to be Deadlands. I don't know what flavour of Deadlands yet. I'll put a vote up on our channel for that, and and then actually I've got to start prepping.
Yeah, because I just looked in the pinned chat for Savage Tales. I didn't see it. Yeah. You're saying it's on the Savage Worlds or on the Fantasy Crowns website?
Yeah, hang on. I can give you a link to that one because I'm there right now. Where are you? You are.
All right, folks. Thanks for the session. I gotta run. So next week you're gonna run it, even if it's Easter. I mean this.
I'm down. I'll be running next Sunday. Yes, I didn't realise it was Easter because I'm useless. So I'll be running. That might get me shot, but I'll be running. The link's in the Savage Chat channel on Discord. But yes, I'm sorry you didn't get in as early as I hoped, but I hope you had fun. And next week, obviously, you're now part of the crew. So
let's see, because it's Easter. Might get difficult, but I hope I can join.
No problems. No worries. Take care.
Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, I must say I'm afraid this isn't really working for me out. I am not really comfortable with the group dynamics, and I think I will resign from this campaign therefore.
Okay.
But I'm very much looking forward to Tuesday and the after and the coming Savage Saturday games. And I will be severely disappointed if the after campaign shall end anytime soon.
Well, it will be. So.
Blink, blink. Yes.
But that's only because...
Okay.
Kevin.
Yes?
But from the timing you had already warned us about, my impression was about the time we finish off the Phoenix State.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to bear in mind. I did Nuke the World.
Yeah. I completely understand it, but still sad. I've grown fond of the character and the cast.
But don't worry about that. Don't forget, they're doing a Kickstarter for 3 more adventures. We will have to play test those. Because I'll be doing the conversion. Please. I'm doing the conversion, so when there is a Kickstarter for them, and I do need to play test it. So.
But Andy, after we finish the Phoenix State, because of the trauma of seeing the world nuked and not knowing if she'd ever see the tribes again, will leave the party for a short time to go back to the tribes.
So exactly.
When you start up again, she'll return to chapter.
We'll be there. Don't worry. Anyway, I shall leave you to it. So we'll have a chat and see what happens. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Toodles.
Y'all have a good one.
Take care. Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
Easy things like...
Cool. Yeah. 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 Oh, I could probably do it. Yeah, I could certainly do that. That's cool. I like it. Yeah, no worries. I hadn't got around to it, but yeah, it's cool. I like it. It will be definitely there next week. Yeah. No, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. It's only on the small scale. I like it. I shall have to... That's cool. I really like that. Right. That's okay. Well, if we have to skip next... We can always skip next week if we need to. I'll change it. Yeah. I didn't realise it was Easter. I will probably, if next Sunday's Easter, I will probably cancel next Sunday for that reason, just for ease. Well, no, I'll probably run something, but I might not run Sprawlrunners. I could probably run it. It looks like it's Chocolate Sunday, yes. I could run something else. Okay. Well, we'll have a discussion. Okay. That's certainly okay. The biggest problem we've got right now is we've just been screwed over by Tommy Core. Character-wise. Yeah. Don't know why, but anyway. Unfortunately, he really lives and breathes it, and he obviously doesn't like the way I want to run it, which is meant to be more action-paced. He wants sitting down, planning things for 4. He wants 4 sessions of planning before he goes on the raid, which is. Yeah. 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 He's it's primarily speaking, he was the hacker, the decker. So. We'd probably be I mean, Aki, yeah, but go whichever way you want. I don't care right now. To be honest, I'm just peed off with him. No. Yeah. But it does open up a slot. Yeah, it does open up a slot as well if anyone knows anyone who wants to play. But I must admit, the irony of this one is this adventure is actually meant to start in media res, and I just thought, no, that's only going to upset it. I know that's only going to upset him, so I tried to do it the other way around, and he buggered off anyway, so I sod him. I think the hot dog people upset him. I just couldn't resist. I think, but anyway, not to worry. Anyway, so yeah, we'll have to. Tommy buggered off. He's left us. Yeah, sod him. I don't mean that. I don't mean that maliciously, but sod him. Yeah, I'm not gonna. You know, if he's not enjoying it, I don't mean it nastily. It's like, well, you know, I don't actually mean sod him. I'm very upset he isn't enjoying it because he, you know what I mean. But at the same time, you know, if you're not enjoying. The reason I'm running games on Tuesdays with the people I'm running games on Tuesdays is exactly the same reason. I was in with my normal group and I was just not enjoying the game. I was just basically obviously at the time I lost my job and everything with COVID, but I've got, you know, which has gone away now. I'm okay on that one. I ended up getting my job back and being put on furlough instead, which gave me a lot of time. But I completely understand where he's come from. If the game isn't working for you, the game isn't working for you, and you know it's no fun. So I don't genuinely have no hard feelings to the guy. Yeah. We've still got pork, yeah. Yeah, he does make me smile on Tuesdays. Don't get me wrong, I really like the guy. It's just a shame that I'm obviously that he's not. I'm obviously not the way I don't run it the way he wants to run it. But then again, I know he's getting ready to run he's actually getting ready to run Savage Shadowrun on Foundry. So if you want to play it properly, he's definitely going to be running one soon on Foundry, and so. I wouldn't know, but yeah, but yeah. So well, yeah, but yeah, I must admit, up until in all fairness to Fantasy Grounds, I mean. From a loyalty perspective, they had it fine because I bought Fantasy Grounds in 2005, and until Unity came out, I never gave them a penny for the actual software. Every update was free for 15 years. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, Savage Worlds may go too. I think that's probably my fault because, it's possibly my fault on that score. Don't get me wrong, as I say, it's not a genre I've been deeply into over the years, as it were. Like, and I think as unlike, yeah. Yeah. That. I don't think there's any problem in having more than one hacker. I mean, to be honest, let's have a look at your character sheet. Let's see. I will make sure that, well, believe me, I've got some lovely chase maps I was going to use for the rig. I have to admit, to be honest, I'll be honest, the game style will change now that he's gone. I say by all means, but at the same time, there's no reason not to have more than one more than one hacker in the group, as it were. But yeah. Well, as I say, I mean, you've got I mean, to be honest, actually, to my mind, because of the nature of the game, what you need is more than one character. Need isn't it? It's nice to have more than one character with thievery, more than one character with electronics, more than one character with piloting and driving. More than one character with electronics and more than one character with research, as it were. But then you can all specialise out, and it doesn't matter. You only have the one of those. It's just obviously the fun and game starts is when someone can't make it one week and you need that one. But you know what I mean. But yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, that's absolutely fine. I understand that. No, but to be honest, no. So basically speaking, as I say, ironically, I will probably change up the game anyway. It'll probably come a bit more fast and furious. I won't expect you guys to spend a lot of time doing research and stuff. Sometimes I may just jump you in the middle of a job, and I will, if nothing else, now he's gone, I certainly will use the heist options from Wise Guys, which I. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Yeah. But to be honest, yeah. No, but to my mind, yeah. So, but to be honest, I'm probably going to end up running them more like I did the one shot I did. So they will be more high action and more. No, that I did. No, that was sci-fi. I did actually do a Sprawlrunners one where they broke it. They had to get a scientist out, so they broke into the buildings, got the building, had to chase across the city, then ended up driving through a junkyard with guys shooting bazookas at them. Yeah. So no, the way it works in Wise Guys is basically so for example, Beulah will go off and do the recon, and we'll try it this way next week. Beulah will go and do the recon with his drones. So you'll make your piloting checks with your drones, and for each success and raise you get a heist Benny. Yeah. And if someone else will go and do it, and everyone else will go off and do their research, and you all go and get the information, and all you get is a pool of heist bennies. And then That's it. Then you go and do the job, and then basically, like in all those heist movies, you know, you get to a certain scene and they suddenly cut back to somewhere else to explain how they got to this point. You spend a heist penny. You spend the heist penny for the flashback. Oh, someone broke out there. I'll see you next week. Well, yeah, I'll have a backup game for next week. We'll have a discussion, see who can make it, and I'll run something. Okay. No worries. You're most welcome. See you later. Bye now. Cheers. No worries. Yeah, but by then he'd given up. Which I don't blame him for. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. No worries. Yeah. He nearly flipped. Yeah. Yes. It's on the chat. It's on the Sprawlrunners chat in the Discord. He flipped. That's fine. That's why I run them. Oh yeah, that's another one. Type when someone wants to do that. Type wild, press tab. It turns on wild attack for them. It turns on wild attack for them and turns on vulnerable for them. I didn't do any of the automation. Akil did. Yeah. Mm. I think the problem with 5e is it's too complicated to automate. Savage Worlds isn't. Right. You got to bear in mind that, you got to bear in mind that at the end of the day, right, the Savage Worlds rule set that we have now, because this is the second version of the Savage World rule set, it was rewritten for Fantasy Grounds 2, which obviously got ported over to Unity, was based on a $9/£6 rule book. That the entire rule set is in 160 pages. Yeah, okay. And basically, the whole rule set's there, and basically it's all there. And Suede's made it even easier. He's cut out a load of code, but at the end, obviously, the Suede book's more expensive and a slightly bigger book. But look at that 100. Well, how big? I think the hardback makes it look bigger, but what is it? It is still. It's gone up a bit. It's a 208-page rule book for Savage Worlds, core rules. And that's your player's guide, your GM's guide, and your monster manual in 208 pages. That's why it's so automated, mate. And because for most part, most of the monster's abilities work the same way. There might be different names, they might have different trappings, but they mostly work the same way. Yeah, I was going to say that's, yeah. Actually, that was an interesting one in Pathfinder, though. To try and get back to that idea of you have to rest in Pathfinder to get all your spell points, power points back. They don't regenerate every hour in Savage Pathfinder. you have to have an 8-hour sleep to get your power points back. If you spend a penny, you get 1d4 power points back, not 5. So they have tried to, and to be honest, that's the only thing. In a funny way, I think, they've tried too hard to be D&D there, like Pathfinder, I should say. But anyway. Yeah, I couldn't agree more.